Ladies, gentlemen, and lowlifes, welcome to another episode of Emo Brown, the Weekly. We got Jeff Lozano in the house. Emo Brown, let's go.
That's great.
I think that is officially the last time you can say we have Jeff Lozano on the show.
We haven't jumped him all the way in yet.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to an Emo Brown podcast brought to you by all of those wonderful people down below. Tribal Silk Cloud, Microwave, Liquid Death, 3 Punk Ales, Elwood. And today, the highlight of the day goes to 3 Punk Ales, bro. For all of your drinking needs, we have all of the beers. We have all of the beers.
Fiesta.
It's a good motto. It's a good fucking.
It says
stuck.
it all.
It's stuck. 3 Punk Ales. Familia, cerveza, música y fiesta, bro. Música y fiesta.
All right.
Welcome. Ladies and gentlemen, we had a baby. And that baby came out looking like a little Conor McGregor.
In vitro.
Bro, you put Emo Brown in your bio.
I did it, dude. Hey, I asked for permission.
No,
I
did
wanted
you?
to make sure.
Who'd you ask, Caesar? I didn't get any. I didn't get the emails.
Yeah, that's right. Hey, did you meet the producer yet, Doc?
Hey, I wasn't sure. I wasn't necessarily too. I don't know. I wasn't too confident.
tell you this.
And then it was verified.
I tell you this.
What?
It hasn't ended well with a lot of our co-hosts who have ultimately said, I want to be that guy or gal.
Well, you had people.
We've
tell
had jump
you.
in that want to be that person, and then ultimately, what do they turn? They turn from co-host to go-host.
Go-host.
Yeah, they ghost us, bro.
ghost us.
They disappear.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Albert made a few people disappear. And he wasn't even the co-host. He was just Dientitos for Trump. Was
One
literally-
episode, he sent somebody to fucking therapy.
Yeah, dude. One of
Wait,
the
what?
episodes, he sent somebody to therapy, dog. I'm not gonna bring up names, bro, but she does my wife's hair.
Wait. Wait a minute. What did he say?
He's just a piece of shit sometimes, bro. And I think he kind of like escorted himself off of the podcast.
I'll see myself out.
Because now he,
Hey, but was it like a faux pas? Was it like did he say something? He was like, shit.
I don't think I've ever met
She
Albert
asked
do
him
that.
not to bring something up,
And he continually brought
and
it up.
he brought it up, and then kept
Nonstop.
bringing it up,
Yeah.
and then stalked her with it.
And then she's like, I don't know if I can come in. Actually, I have a therapy appointment. And I was like, oh shit. I was like, I didn't get involved after that. Then he removed himself from the equation because, he's a business guy. He runs big ups Full Circle.
Big ups, friends of the show.
If you ever selling property, buying property, doing anything on a property, make sure you involve Full Circle, the big homie, Dientitos for Trump, Albert. Small teeth, big smile.
Great smile.
Best smile. So yeah, he removed himself.
Well, I'm proud to be number 2.
Well, we're not done with the list yet. We're
Proud to be number 12.
We're not there. Then there was Cesar Torres. Cesar Torres came in, friend of the show. You guys did an
Dynamite.
It was an adequate job, bro.
We kept it short and sweet, and we touched the things we needed to touch.
Oh yeah, now you hit Megan's.
As long as you had consent, you could have.
I love Cesar. Cesar gets down. He's very he knows how to talk, but he's a busy guy. So ultimately, I guess a lot of people can't commit to our, as you brought up, BJ. Our biggest attribute is that we are consistent as fuck. We're not punctual. I'm gonna focus on
I can tell you that.
but our best ability is consistability. No, availability, durability.
All of them.
All of them, bro.
Yeah,
We're always here.
It's consistency.
I wasn't here last week. BJ and Cesar picked up the baton, and instead of hitting the person in front of them with the baton, they just kept going. So we're gonna keep this streak going, and the streak kept going.
Okay.
You know,
Wasn't for lack of trying.
Well,
I
I'm
just
proud
got
to be
short
number
arms.
we've had Paulina for the
people.
Paulina. We've had Lexi. We've had Chef.
No, I'm proud to be number 6.
Yeah, Chef. Who else have we
Cynthia?
had? It was Cynthia. Cynthia just one day.
She was the original, I would say, go-host, because everybody else kind of like saw themselves out and let us know, like, hey.
So are
I'm not
we the
coming.
problem? Or what's going on?
There seems
here,
to be a
dude?
common denominator.
Go
And it's
ahead.
not it's not the co-hosts.
No, it's the BJ and.
Have you ever had to
fucking
kick somebody off the show? I
Have we
don't
kicked-
I
we
don't
haven't
think
kicked-
we
no.
Are they
Never asked anybody
excusing
to leave.
themselves, or are they asked to politely excuse
I think they just
themselves?
they ghost us.
Maybe
and they
Jeff will
just
be the
don't come
first. We'll
back,
have to
dude.
kick him off.
But you're in. I mean, you already put it in your social medias,
I signed
bro.
it in blood, bro.
That's crazy.
I signed it in.
You made it like Facebook official, like
He's
in
got
a
a tattoo.
relationship, dude. The motherfucker said in a relationship.
Well, we had a conversation about it. I didn't
sir.
know what the fuck the expectations were.
What
but
are the expectations? Dude? What do we do here?
I don't know. I'm gonna figure that out. But it's in my bio, so I might as well know.
We have a good time.
Explain it.
We talk a lot of shit.
You do talk a
but
lot of shit.
we do highlight a bunch of people. I feel like we do put people on pedestals
An
that
amplifier.
otherwise wouldn't get the opportunity to be put on a pedestal. We highlight a lot of small businesses,
that.
local powerhouses, you know, whether it's politicians, educators, fucking local talent, whether it's comedians, musicians, artists.
Bank robbers.
You know, bank robbers. Big ups your homie. I forget his name.
Don't say it.
No? Oh, we can't say it? Well, if you need a power wash, just make sure you hit up Integrity Pro. That we do our part to, like, you know, put people on pedestals, but along the way, I think we talk a lot of shit and people can't.
Is that why though? Is that why people leave? Because the show. I mean, I don't know about how most people hear it, I guess, but it could be provocative.
Go ahead.
I mean, it is provocative at times. I would say.
In what aspect?
Like a sexy way?
Yeah.
No, I just think that
Is it my shorts? When I wear
no,
shorts?
no, I just
Shorts?
don't. I think sometimes though that that people would be off put, especially like if they're interested in branding themselves and making sure that they're that they're not a part of conversations that might go this way or that way.
They want to put their sticker on the Emo Brown bumper.
This is a very uncensored show. And,
I'll tell you
and
one
by the
thing.
way, I'm going to be completely transparent. I
Please.
think about that all the time
Yeah.
when I jump on this fucking
No,
show.
you don't. Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Why not?
Are we that bad, BJ?
It's not that you're bad. It's that the show is not censored, which is why it's a great
Unedited
show.
is another best way to put it too. We don't edit any of this
Yeah.
shit. We just fucking
Unabridged.
let it rip. So here's a future note for people who are thinking of, you know, coming on and becoming a co-host.
Wait, what?
If you're using us to, like, you know, attach your shit to the brand and kind of build, just know it does come with a little pushback talk. We talk a lot of shit and we do put ourselves in precarious situations on occasion.
But I think that's where it's going.
Yeah.
I think that's where, let's call this space like an interactive billboard,
Okay.
right? Like if you're gonna use this show as an amplifier for whatever it is that you're doing, a message that you're trying to spread, whatever, then you are attaching yourself to a set list, right? It's kind of like a, previous shows, previous guests. You're gonna bring off-colored people, right? Like
off-color people.
Whoa.
Wow, we're gonna be racist now. You're right. This is provocative.
it's off color is the right way of
Yeah,
phrasing that.
far right way of doing it. But go ahead. By all means, do your thing. Goes on.
Listen, what I meant by it is that, like, you're gonna bring people on that are gonna express themselves and they're gonna have certain views
Oh, for sure.
that are not kosher for a lot
Yeah.
of people, right?
We've gotten a little bit of pushback on that. Like, why are you bringing this person on and giving them a platform?
Like who?
You know, certain politicians.
We're gonna name names.
Yeah, I'm not gonna name names, but like, why are you bringing this person on? You know, this person represents that. You know, this person. And I'm like, you know, in all honesty, bro.
Oh, so you're
We don't control people
Hey, so
outside
they're
this room.
getting
We don't
mad
control
at you
people in
guys
this
for
room. We don't control
platforming
ourselves.
people.
Here's the thing.
Uh-oh.
The views
You're that big,
expressed
huh?
by such and such do not directly reflect or represent Emo Brown in any way.
Yeah, but most people would say that that's a cop out. They're saying, "Oh, well, you're just saying that,
Yeah.
but you know damn well that you're bringing on such
I mean,
and
I've
such
never brought
platform."
a racist on here, dude. I mean,
Not
we
that
didn't
you
do
know
that.
of.
Does that make Joe Rogan an accomplice for bringing on that guy who came out as a reformed like criminal and then murdered a bunch of people?
Somebody, dude. Kind of. I think he got some pushback for that shit.
How do you
No,
know
we just-
how do you know that, like, you're gonna have this guy on and like 3 days later he's gonna kill somebody?
No,
Like,
but
for
you
us, dude-
don't. And so that's the problem. The problem is that once you start, and this is the onus is on the show.
Go ahead.
To make sure that you don't care about that. That you just say, hey, I'm going to bring people on that I want to bring on.
Yeah.
And if they decide tomorrow morning to do something atrocious, it's not really connected to the show.
But what I would do, I would
makes
flip
sense,
it.
but
I would
people still
reverse
get
Uno
mad.
and be like, yo, did you guys hear about that fucking bank robber who shot up like 10 tellers?
He was episode.
This motherfucker was on the podcast.
Friend of the show, big
Check
ups.
it out.
The ratings are going to go sky
I don't
high.
think I would say friend of the show at that point, dude.
Oh, okay, no claps.
But anyways,
So
my
what
point
is your
being-
expectation now that you're going to be here with us, a little full-time action, dog?
Well, it's kind of like what you said in the beginning. I like talking shit too.
Yeah,
That's
we do.
it. That's really what it is.
You went
And-
from looking like shit to talking shit, and I like that transformation the most.
Hey, look, I cleaned up a bit since the last time I was on. I got a haircut.
How do you feel about that?
Oh, fuck, it was about time, dude.
Yeah? What's your
Yeah.
wifey think about that?
She wanted me to cut it fucking... She wanted to...
Week 2.
She wanted me to cut it before I even started
What
letting
did your
it grow
wifey think
out.
about you jumping in now being Emo Brown life?
She was like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah.
She's got it in her profile too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I lost my husband to Emo Brown.
First lady of Emo Brown.
Hers just says unfollow and then the at Emo Brown.
Emo Brown stole my husband.
Shit, bro.
No, she was from a bandwidth issue. She doesn't like it. She thinks, or she probably knows. She probably knows me better than I know myself. My problem has always been saying yes to too many things, but I only say yes to the things that I want to be a part of. So maybe my problem is that I
Threesomes.
just want to be a part. This is a threesome. This is my first threesome.
Origami.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Origami? Hey, I think that she was upset preemptively. Like she thinks that I'm just gonna be taking more time away from the
Her
family
default
life.
is to be upset, is what you're saying.
No, her default is to check me on shit, and she knows that I'm not the best at managing time.
We're
And
married
so-
to the same Mexican prototype, bro.
Well, what does your wife? I mean,
The exact same thing. More expletives. Is that what I said? Yeah.
Yeah, a lot more
What
fuck
are you
this,
fucking
fuck
doing,
that.
dude? Like, you barely have time for everything. And I said, whoa. If I hang out any longer with our kids, like, that's ridiculous. You know, I'm a parent. I'm not a friend. You know? Now, we're with the boys a lot, dude. We're with the boys.
well, that's good.
And that's the way it should be. But that being the case, I have time for everything. I'm going to make time for the businesses. That's been hard lately. Dude, time out. Being a small business owner is all fucking fun and games. And, you know, and you get to fucking, oh, look at, it's the face of the fucking this, or it's the face of the that. And then, but there's a lot of work that goes into all that shit. And they got to deal with personalities, with fucking employees, and just the people around that are part of the businesses that are involved. It's just very taxing and time consuming. A little overwhelming at times.
So you have to play. You're the boss, right? But you also have to take on that role as being super hyper involved in that aspect of it. Where
I have, fortunately, with the brewery and the bar, dude, like my role is very carved out. Like, I know what my role is.
What
And
is
I
your
know
role?
My role, as it relates to the brewery, is operational. Basically, scheduling, payroll, making sure things are connected personnel-wise. Not necessarily tasting room manager per se.
yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
that none of that sounds like you have to go in there and play therapist.
Yeah, correct. I don't have
But
to
you
go,
do.
but I don't have to go in there to have that role. Sometimes it just comes to, you know, bro.
Yeah,
You've
for
been
sure.
in charge of people. It's probably the most fun component of operating a business, but also the most taxing, mentally taxing, dealing with just like issues of people interactions and shit. Sometimes it gets a little overwhelming.
Yeah, man.
My role in the brewery is very defined. You know, fortunately, I have Kevin, who strictly does cellarman work and is the brewer. Anything related to like making the beer, production of the beer, is Kevin. Hats
Thank
off,
God.
tip of cap.
Big ups, friend
on
of the
you,
show.
bro. Yeah. Anything related now to monies, finances, things of that sort, even to some like code, following code shit. My mom stepped up, so she handles
Thank God.
all that. Thank God. Anything else? New beers dropping, new merch, events at the brewery. How are we gonna do this? Like, that kind of all falls on me. on
Social
that part.
media.
Yeah, social media, just all that stuff, like the marketing stuff.
That's fucking
Yeah,
great.
it's fun. Yeah, it's fun. It's just I'm not complaining. I never will complain. It gets a little overwhelming when you have that, and then you have the little Italy spot. Then you got the bar. The bar is a little bit more lax for me. Like, my days there consist of going in on specific days to do. We split it up in between the three partners, Matt, CC, and myself. We go in, we do cash bags, inventory, this, that, and the other. Some people have more roles within there, like scheduling. I don't do any of the scheduling or payroll. I just more like, hey, what's going on? Like, check in. I'm just like I'm your prototypical old man owner of a bar. Like, I go in, I do check the boxes I got to check. Then I'm like, hey, you know what? Let me have an old fashioned. Then I go sit in the corner.
Oh, so
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
the staff goes, oh, it must be nice. That's they're talking about you.
Yeah, I guess. I'm like, but yeah, this is easy.
Bro.
That's why I tell wifey, I'm like, this is easy. This is my output. This is my fucking therapeutic session where I just get to like talk about it with you fucks, because we're all
Fucks.
busy.
We're fucked,
You-
Barry.
you-
I'm glad you call it therapy because I'd like to talk to you about my rate.
Go ahead.
Dude.
What's the going rate for a therapist? I don't know.
Bitch, out of all
lot.
of us, I think you would
A
know the
lot.
most, bro. White people love
lot.
therapy, right?
Not me.
Why not? Oh yeah, you're Latinx, bro.
Better help.
Better hell. So yeah, I mean, it is what it is.
Well, you're also in charge of people, which is like, maybe you don't think of it this way, but subconsciously you know that you're kind of in charge of how people put bread on their table in some aspect.
Yeah.
And
That's
that's a tall order, dude.
Yeah, my shoulders get heavy.
That's a lot of.
a lot of
I feel like
responsibility.
that's the.
It's like he's got
that's the
San
big
Diego
one.
on his shoulders.
Yeah, bro. It's a lot of work. And,
This is a platform.
and I came back from New York kind of like in that mood. I don't know why, bro. Usually I
Dang,
go
hustler? Are you a
no,
hustler?
that's the thing I was gonna tell you.
Hustler.
Bro.
He came back with Timberlands on and shit.
Yeah, bro.
What is it though? Came all Boricua out. No, like usually I'll go on vacation and I'm like fucking hype to come back. This time I came back and I was like, fuck.
I
dude.
could have stayed.
You know, I'm like a little more like overwhelmed and shit.
Wait, you went to a busy busy ass city where things
busiest.
are the New York
Top-notch,
Minute is
bro.
what they call it. And you came back with that, or what? You're carrying that?
I feel like I came back a little bit more overwhelmed. Nothing to be overwhelmed with. Like, we live such an easy life out here, bro. San Diegans, we got it good.
Besides
got it
fucking
good.
price of real estate, everything else is pretty sick.
But guess what? We're making it happen. You live here. Your kids eat. Listen, how do I know we're rich? Our kids eat. Our kids have a place to lay their head, and we fucking provide for them, and they go get an education on a daily basis. They come home, and the safest place in the home is in our bed. Because every night, two of the three guys like to come in and like find themselves in a bed. To me, that's rich. That's fucking. I'm fucking wealthy, homie.
Yeah.
That is all I need. Like
Yeah.
if I live this life for the rest of my days. I told Wifey's like, I'm content. And Wifey's on board. She's like, yeah, we're very fortunate. We're very lucky that things work out.
I would say
for us.
so.
Yeah. Same for all you guys, man. Our kids check all those boxes. Our spouses love what we do, but it is their responsibility to bust our balls and make sure we're not kind of making our priorities thinned out a little
That's
bit.
it. Being spread a little too thin. And Carla's just like, do you have the bandwidth to do it? You know?
What's bandwidth? I don't understand.
Like, do you have the available time mixed with the resources mixed? Can you do it? Can you execute your plan? Are you not stretched too thin? So like when they're talking about your bandwidth, it's like, is it in do you have the capacity to add this on and do it well? Like, can you get it done? And I think about that all the time.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time. I do feel sometimes that I'm spread too thin, but then I realize after a little bit of thought, I do.
Yeah.
There's plenty of motherfuckers doing way more and figuring out. For me, it's always been an organizational thing. I suck at basically tailoring my weeks, fucking my calendar. Like
You have a calendar?
Dude.
Cheater.
No. I have one, but I don't use it. And if I do use it, it's not well because I'm always double booking shit.
Just to fucking
I'm
balance
always
out the table. It's all fucking wobbly. Like, pásame el calendario.
See, wait. It's my fireman.
It's a calendar from 2014.
Just at a 200.
Fireman of the year. And I just don't, I'm not good at that, dude.
Yeah.
My wife has to jump in and sort my calendars out a lot of the time. Yeah.
Very
She's
nice.
like, don't you have to do this? We share a calendar. And she's like, don't you have this? I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. Well, and she gives me always are you serious? So like when I come up and say, hey, babe, I'm going to add something else to the calendar.
Why?
You mean you're adding something to my calendar to fucking remind you about?
Fernanda has asked me several times to share my like gig calendar with her. And I'm like, that's not going to help. She's like, why? I'm like, 'cause I forget to add things to that. Like, I have my calendar, but my method is really just to go through my text messages every day and see, has somebody texted me that I have a gig today?
Yeah.
Am I missing something? I always feel like I'm forgetting something and missing something.
Bro,
Like, I live
I'm
in
at
a
the point-
constant state of dread.
I know that feeling, and I'm at that point where every time my phone goes off, like at a weird time, like I get a message,
fuck,
I'm
what'd I
like,
forget?
What did I forget, dude? Where am I supposed to be?
Yeah.
That kind of
beautiful
shit.
feeling.
It's a horrible feeling.
fucking love it.
It's fucking.
I fucking love it. He's picking up the kids. Oh shit, that's me.
Makes you feel alive.
Like I'll ask wife, he's like, hey, what do we got going on Wednesday? I don't know. Look at the fucking calendar. I'm like, Jesus Christ, okay. So yeah, hey, so welcome. Welcome
One
to
of
the
us.
fucking Emo Brown dog.
Look, man, I said it from the first day that I was ever on this fucking show. I love what you guys are doing. I've always believed in it, and I've always believed in you guys. But if you guys feel like I'm a good fit for the show, I guess, then I'll take it, dude. I think
Yeah.
I want to grow with it.
We will be, you're a made man now. We didn't tell you, but we do have a ceremony. So at the end of the show, before we all leave, we do have to go to the Elwood and have an old fashioned.
Okay.
And we have to prick our fingers and mix it together and drink it.
We're going to
Is
make
there
some
any, like,
candle wax melt on your
owl
chest.
masks,
Yeah.
or fucking
Dude, the skeleton. What was that? The pinche skeleton key or what was that?
No,
Fucking, the skulls.
the skulls.
The skulls, bro.
No, but what was the
Skull
name
Bones.
of the movie?
Eyes wide shut.
I never watched.
Oh
that
yeah, like
one,
an
right?
Eyes Wide Shut party and stuff where ain't nobody
That's
knows.
the one
The
with
original Diddy
fucking
party.
Tom Cruise.
But I feel like
Yeah, I
the
think
Eyes
so.
Wide Shut was more like that was like sex parties and nobody wanted to show their face.
We
This
told you
other
there's an
one was
initiation process. We didn't tell you what it was going to be.
Like, oh,
Includes a jug of peanut butter.
I'm
My
allergic,
dog.
so
Oh, yeah.
that's gonna make it
Three
riskier.
golden retrievers.
And 3 golden
Riskier.
retrievers. Well, yeah, welcome. I'm excited to have you here, bro. And thank you guys for tuning in today because it's been like 2 weeks since we actually had a legit The Weekly, man.
It's nice to have you back. You know what? Let me get you this.
The champ is here.
You're lame, dude. You need to step up your.
We definitely need to step up
remembering-
the buttons game.
The remembrance of where each button is.
Why? Which one do you want? You want this one? Welcome back.
Did you mean to hit that one?
Yeah, the champ is here. It's his theme song.
You owned it, dude. Like even if it was wrong.
Oh man, got a lot of cool things. New York was awesome. Had a birthday.
We all saw.
Had a birthday.
Yeah, how's
Went
it feel
to New
being
York.
60?
I've turned 46, bro.
Oh, okay.
It's close to 6. It's 14 years away. I mean, that's 2 touchdowns, bro. I'm cool with it. I mean, age is
You
never
look
really-
great.
Thank you. I appreciate that. And I know more above and beyond everything else. I saw some. I don't know if it's a New York and an East Coast thing, but like I'd be like, "How old are you?" And I'm 46. No way. And I'm like, "Yeah, how old are you?" Like 32. I'm like, "God damn."
They're all stressed out.
Everything. I mean,
It's cold weather.
Yeah, dude.
Cold weather,
It's
so in the air.
brittle. People are always pissed.
People are a little bit more weathered and
They're-
aged a little bit more over there. Is what I saw.
More history.
Salty.
Yeah, there's more history for sure. More smokers. Everyone smokes in New York, dude.
Hell yeah.
I thought you couldn't do that. I thought you can't like smoke within 20 feet of a
On
building.
Earth. I
And
thought
so
you
you're
could smoke on
always
out
20 feet
here.
of a
Like,
building.
that
Out
was the
there,
bad
that's how they
thing.
filter the air, dude. The air is so full of like pollutants and shit from cars. Like,
Yeah,
they're just like,
secondhand
fuck
smoke
it.
is probably better
This is
for
the
you.
best way to breathe.
I love New York.
Fucking-
New York is a great place. We were hesitant to go because we haven't gone since the pandemic. Prior to the pandemic, we went a few times, and we enjoyed every moment of us hanging out in New York. It's the kind of town where it does motivate you. Am I doing enough? Can I do more?
Okay,
how do
how?
I get
How
to
so?
how do I get to this level? Because just the cost of living over there is very comparable, if not a little less than what we have here in San Diego. So then you put things into perspective. It's like, fuck, I'm already doing it. Like, but can I do it? I think it'd be cool to do it in that landscape, dude.
Why?
The concrete jungle.
Yeah,
People are just
yeah.
hustling, dude. People are just grabbing. We had pizza numerous times out there. You know, we went to delis and had sandwiches. Like we were just, everything is on the go. Everything is like, there's no like really, if you're a local or if you live there or whatever, I feel like everything for you is on the go. There's lines for everything. There is on every block, no less than one coffee shop, no less than one pizza shop, and then you got the food vendors outside selling hot dogs and everything, bro. It's just that kind of that kind of lifestyle.
I think it's cool.
I
but
love it.
my question is always, why is it cool? Has it been
'Cause we don't have it.
But has it been glamorized by like oh man, the hustle and bustle and you gotta make it and dude, lines
Yeah.
and fucking having to grab shit on the go because I'm in
I
a
don't
rush.
think it's
I don't even
that
think
component of big city living is glamorized. I just think it's so foreign to us as fucking Southern California guys,
Yeah,
as
dude,
bros.
chill.
Fucking,
What's up, bruh?
we are so fucking chill over here. Like there's
Yeah,
nobody
kinda like
is chill over there. Like you're smoking a cigarette. A lot of weed smoking in the street too. I felt at home there. And people are at a coffee shop. People are just cruising into a pub, a deli. Pop, 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 pop.
There's something
And I'm like,
cool
how are
about
these
that.
guys making all their money? Like these guys are out. There's a lot of big money venture out there. I'm going to assume because there's the cost of living out there as well is overwhelming. Everything is expensive, bro. I don't like to complain now because everything over there, like, everything is expensive.
I think it's a good
Everything.
visit.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if you lived there
No.
and you were fucking dropped into the hustle,
I don't think I would like it.
I don't think I would like it. I don't think you would
bro.
like it either.
I think the move there is you live in the neighboring suburbs, the neighboring neighborhoods, and then maybe venture into the city when you want.
I'll tell you what I
Like
do.
on a small scale, that's how I feel about downtown here. You know, like I go to downtown, I
Yeah.
work downtown, I have a lot of fun downtown, but would I stay there?
Hmm.
Fuck. No.
No, our downtown is almost laughable in size.
Yeah, it's like
you
a block.
as it relates to the New York City landscape because it's literal vast, bro. Just skyscrapers and everything. And our hotel was sick.
Yeah.
It was part of the timeshare we have. It's right across from the Empire State
You
Building.
guys have a timeshare?
Yeah, dude. And we utilize it. I know a lot of people
Yeah?
are like, timeshare, you're just not going to use it. Motherfucker, we use that shit on the regular.
No way.
And now that we found that this spot is like in the network of places we can stay, we're going back. That shit was prim and proper, right on the foot of Empire State Building. Literal, we walked everywhere, dude. We walked to fucking Little Italy. We walked to Chinatown. We learned the subways. Subways are sick. That's one thing I am jealous of that they have over
transit
there.
system.
Did you get
the
mugged?
transit systems? Nah, bro, everyone was
muggings?
chill. That's the other thing that we were kind of
You
scared.
really didn't do it right.
Yeah, yeah. Did you do it right, dog? I went to a Broadway show.
I saw
was
that.
sick,
That's
dude.
the Bill Burr's one,
That-
right?
Dude, Bill Burr. Fucking Hexes. Hexes was my muse that whole trip. He hit me up.
If I were you, I'd probably go to this.
And he would send me the
If you're a
link.
man of culture,
Yeah, and I
you
was
would
like,
look
"What
at
is this?"
Broadway. And he's like, oh, I don't know. If I were you, I'd probably go to the Glenn Ross fucking play. It's very limited.
And it was, I guess, until like June something. So I went. Kieran Culkin, dude.
Yeah, I saw.
That fool is sick. Like I feel like
yeah.
he's not a great actor. I feel like because every role is the same fucking role, which leads me to think is like that's just the way that fool is. And I love the way that fool is very fucking.
He's a type actor,
yeah,
right?
dude. He's
So-
he's just very sarcastic, very dickhead, very snide, and I was like, I like that guy, and he did excellent in that show.
Nice.
Then fucking Bill Burr, I feel like
Killed it.
yeah, dude. I feel Bill Burr was just normal Bill Burr. You see in all of his stand-ups and all of his skits that he does, he was the same Bill
It's kind
Burr
of like
there.
Vince Vaughn.
Yeah,
you know, like
dude.
Vince Vaughn, just
Yeah.
like the same dude in every
Yeah.
fucking movie.
Yep.
But Bill, I don't know anything about the play. I don't even know what it's about.
Sales. Very New York mentality. Sales, 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 sell. Always be closing this, that, and the other.
ABC.
Yeah. Great movie. Watched the movie a long, probably over a decade or two ago. Glengarry Glen Ross. It's Alec Baldwin and Al Pacino are in there. Come on, and other people. And in the fucking play, like I said, it's Bill Burr, Kieran Culkin, and Rob Orendorff. I always fuck his name up. But Better Call Saul. He's in there, dude, and he's super talented.
Fuck yeah,
he's
dude.
a
That
fucking
dude's the
super
shit.
talented guy. It was awesome, man. I went to a Broadway show.
Wow.
I'm
Look
that
at you.
guy. I'm very
Elevated,
cultured.
bro.
And then fucking
Cultured.
the homie was Hex is like, well, if I were you,
Next
like,
time, see cats.
I would probably go to
Les Mis.
I would go to
Nice.
the
I'd
MoMA.
Skip it.
and I was like, what the fuck is a
the Museum of Modern Arts.
And I was like, oh, so we went. Fucking amazing, dude. Saw some Dolly work, fucking the one with
The melting clock?
The melting clocks. Dude, saw that in person. That shit is like this big. In real life, like it's just this big, and I should have sent you the pictures, but I'll fucking add them on the reels or whatever.
Catch
But
'em on the
it's-
gram.
It's like a small ass rendition. Like I thought that fool just went crazy.
It looks
like
really
ground
big
floor
when
murals.
when you see the poster of it at fucking Barnes and Noble. It's huge.
Awesome time there, bro. Awesome time. Felt very cultured to go in there.
I will say this, dude. The one thing that has always, like, I've always envied about, like, New York specifically is that it's a very educated city.
Okay.
Like, I remember playing, I don't know if you guys ever watched this show called Cash Cab.
Yeah.
Bro. And, I'd play along. I thought it was really entertaining, but fucking random ass motherfuckers on the street go in and you ask them a fucking crazy Jeopardy-like question, and these people would all just they'd know the answers. I'm
Yeah.
like, wow.
Mozart.
Yeah.
Okay, what the fuck?
Yeah. I was like, Jesus Christ, dude. And I've always envied that. I was like, wow, it's a very cultured city. It's a hodgepodge of different cultures, so I guess you kind of have to be.
Wow. Dude, I saw a fucking bus. It was a traveling tea bus, bro. Like you could have a tea
Shots of
party.
testosterone, or-
You
oh.
could have a tea party. También, I don't doubt it. It was like a traveling tea party bus, like all done up and like
Were they wearing
style.
hats? Were they
yeah,
wearing
dude, it was
massive
straight
hats?
up like that era, and I was like, oh shit, that's pretty cool. Awesome culture over there. Visited we visited 3 museums. We visited the one where like they did that was the library. Fucking the Vinci.
You went to a
Ghostbusters.
library?
We did. Yeah, I don't know.
Wow. Jesus Christ.
I felt good.
You're a changed man.
I did. I went to go visit my favorite restaurant on the East Coast,
Which is?
Umberto's Clam House, bro. Learned about that. It's a great spot.
Sounds like a place you'd find next to like HK.
Yeah, that's right here. It's right here in Chula Vista.
We're cultured too, bro. We got HK.
Little Frank is coming.
I wish we had a subway system here in San Diego.
Why?
Fuck driving.
Yeah,
We have the trolley.
Yeah, but I feel like it doesn't get you everywhere.
I mean, that's always been San Diego's problem, but here's the question that I always have, and I don't know. Do we need it? Do we really, really, really need a transit system like that? Or
I like the combination of bus and trolley because if where the trolley doesn't take you, the bus will. So you get
True.
off the trolley, you hop on the bus. It's an extra like 20 minutes, whatever, but you get to see life.
I'm a trolley guy. I'm a trolley guy for sure. The kids love the fucking trolley. If it's fun. Amongst the things we've done good in our parenting lives is introducing the kids into the fucking trolley.
Great
Be
place to
you know what
buy
I mean?
cheese.
You can buy cheeses. You can buy meats.
Watches.
You haven't been on the right trolleys, bro.
Yeah, I was like, what the fuck?
You gotta go to the Palomar stop for that shit.
Jesus Christ.
Like tonight, we're taking the team, 3 Punk Ales, Little Italy, and 3rd Avenue. We're taking them to the Padre game. Fucking, we had to shell out some cash. But we got them a suite. We got a nice little suite in the Western Metal Supply. Never sat there before.
Yeah.
I never sat there before. But we had to. I didn't know you had to fucking buy all the beer and everything. I thought everything all included.
man.
So I was like, these motherfuckers trying to get us. So I'm thinking I might just take the trolley because we're gonna meet up at Little Italy first to have drinks and kind of like wet the beak and get everybody a little more socially. And then we're gonna take a walk from there to Petco. I say, hey, bring your walking shoes. This is a mile.
Are you guys gonna hit bars on the way there?
I said, hey, if we're lucky, we'll wet the beak at a couple of stops
Yeah.
before we get there. But yeah, I'm excited because we get to sit down in the Western Metal, the brick facade building next to the Pinche Campana, where there's one out.
Yeah.
Right next to there on the inside. So that'll be pretty sick.
Right underneath Bobby Cressy.
Boss man, shelling it out.
Every now and then you got to give back, dude. It's been a rough 2 years. You know, bro, this industry has been
Well, with all your
shit.
tip top staff out, who's gonna be manning the ships?
You're
at the
fucking,
3 Punk
your-
Ales?
who's clocking in today?
Your flowers are coming.
Who's
DJ
clocking in
Jazera.
today?
Ladies and gentlemen, tonight, if you will be visiting us at 3 Punk Ales in Chula Vista, just know the beautiful facha of Barry Gisbera will be holding it down. That a hip. Is wifey going to be there or just you?
Just me, baby.
Oh, man, no one's going to go.
No guardrails. No guardrails.
Don't worry, guys.
Bring your clack cards.
Don't worry.
Bring your
Kiki,
crowlers.
Kiki won't be there, so feel free to come in and visit fucking
I'll wear the
3 Punk
short
Ales
shorts
on
if
Monday.
that's what it takes.
Whatever it takes,
Please
bro.
do that.
Fuck. So thank you. Thank you for stepping up to and allowing me to, take our team out.
Sounds fun.
Everyone's
pleasure.
going, dog. Kevin and his wife, my
A
wife
la
and me,
madre.
my mom and my
What?
my mom and my dad are going, dude. I invited Chicle because he does a lot for the art and the creative component of what we do at 3
Fuck
Punk
yeah,
Ales.
dude.
And I think pretty much all of the staff, except like a couple of people, won't be going. So it'll be fun. It'll be fun, dude. And I feel like it's this industry has not been very good to us the last couple of years. I feel like right when the pandemic ended, it was sick. Everything was still flowing in that general direction. Things are good. Things are good.
Yeah.
But I think like 2 years after the pandemic, which was like, 2023, 2024, 2023, 24 were kind of shitty. We're just like, you saw a lot of our friends who own businesses in this industry, whether it be bars, tasting rooms, or actual breweries. We saw a lot of them fall to the wayside, bro.
Dude, the market change, consumer change, people. It's like fucking. You're either not drinking,
Yeah.
because you got on the wagon, or you're drinking crazy shit like fucking buzz balls and going crazy.
Four
on
Locos.
beatbox.
Cut the middleman. I just want to get on a sick one now,
Dude, yeah,
bro.
bro. They're fucking 211s and bringing back all the Four Locos kind
Reminds
of
me of
drinkers.
high school.
Dude,
Love
the
it.
reserve, 211 Reserve, that was sludge, bro.
I got
Still
alcohol
reserve,
poisoning from that
Still
shit.
It was a
reserve,
$2
bro.
fuck up, we used to call it.
Yeah, $1.99. They
Dude.
would have it on the fucking can. We would drink those, and I was like, I felt like I changed my oil when I drank that, dude.
Dude,
I feel
it was
like I just
fucking hardcore.
replaced. Yeah, I was like, ¿Qué pasó aquí? And yeah, that plays a big role. Gen Z's not drinking. This newer generation, they're just not about that life. Big ups to them, bro. Friends of the show. Don't drink if you don't want to.
They're all on
Whatever.
Adderall. That's why.
They're all doing other drugs.
Yeah.
And to their fucking in their
Defense.
gracias. I remember when we started this thing of ours, I don't think I knew you back then, but when I first started drinking on this craft scale, dude, pints weren't $8, $9.
Oh, man.
I had a fucking pint in New York that was $10, bro.
Ooh.
I was like, what is this? I was like, I thought it was going to be something big. Nah, it's just a whack ass fucking pale ale. But I was like, okay, beers weren't pricey like that before. I remember going to Green Flash, rest in peace, going to their taste room out there in Serrano Valley, $4 pints.
Yeah, man.
Remember those days?
Yeah,
bro?
dude.
Going in there, getting a $4 fucking pint.
You'd get a
dude.
$6 pint and be like, damn, what the fuck is this? It
Yeah, I
must
want to
be,
try it. And it came out
special
in
tap.
an 8-ounce, a little 8-ounce pour, dude. It's like,
Yeah.
what the fuck? This is juice from fucking God's testicles. I'm gonna drink it, dude. Yeah, it's $6.
Yum.
Now that $6 shot, like we have a couple of those $8 8-ounce shots.
How
you
much?
know?
How much is a pint at your spot?
$6 or $7.
That's still good for. I
Yeah,
mean,
but I mean, we've noticed. I've done my research. We're not on the top tier of the pricing structure as it relates to how things operate in the San Diego beer scene.
yeah, but
There's
that's
room
doesn't.
for growth if needed.
I don't know,
But
man.
do I
that's,
want
That's
to?
you're looking. You're looking
Yeah.
over the fence at the neighbor's yard.
Yeah, and I don't. We pride ourselves, and I tell everyone, it doesn't matter what the fuck anyone else is doing. I got to worry about what we're doing here. And if all of a sudden I take, because we'd have the social club members, they get $5 pints. Where else are you going to get a $5 pint on the regular? If you roll in with your card, make that card clack, $5 pint is what comes back, dog. You know, like that's a fucking deal. So that's why it's like, all right, cool, we're doing our part with that. Aside from that, $6, $7. Yeah, we have an $8 fucking pint, but that's because making a hazy is that much money. Making a double IPA is that much
Yeah,
money. You know,
yeah.
barrel aging beers is that much money. But the last 2 years have been difficult for a lot of the breweries and businesses in this industry. And it was like, okay, things are looking good for us now, knock on wood, better at least. We got to take out the staff. And I was telling my moms, I was like, yo, we got to take out the staff. I'm going to see about booking a suite for the Padres against the Angels and get a little sweet out there. And yeah, here we are.
She's like, what time do I should I be ready?
Yeah, she's like, your father and I are gonna go too. I said, yes, I got you. Boom, boom. And so if you're not doing anything, I pick up my kids and look after them.
Yeah, I was gonna say I'll go and relieve.
He'll be working Little Italy.
I'll go relieve
I do
Barry
have
at the
2
bar.
tickets though, our seats, because I'm not gonna use them. So maybe I'll do a giveaway, dude. It's
Do a
too late
giveaway
to
right
sell.
now.
Too late.
Let's do
to
a
give
giveaway.
Let's do a giveaway. I don't know what it is. Shoot me a DM as soon as you get a chance, and I'll fucking make sure I'll forward some tickets.
Wow,
to you,
how
bro.
gracious!
And that's
How gracious!
I think
How great
that's-
is our God?
Actually, my last name Garcia is a derivative of that term, gracious.
Yeah,
No, it isn't. But whatever. That's neither here.
It is
nor
now.
there.
you shouldn't have said that. You should've
New
just
York
let it
was
roll.
awesome. Whole new perspective on life, as always. Come back and I'm like, fuck. I'm appreciative. I'm overwhelmed, but we're gonna get through. Ain't no quit. Quit doesn't exist.
Look at you, dude.
Quit never exists
fucking
anymore.
hustler.
Nah, not so much. I see hustlers. We hustle. Don't get me wrong. We all are hustlers here. But I don't want to fucking shine our own cock and be like we're top tier hustlers.
Why not?
We're not.
Once in a while.
I would never put that on my resume.
Yeah, we're not. We're
Shine
not.
your cock.
Hustler.
Cock shiner, yes.
Cock
Yeah.
shiner.
How do you think I got every job?
Shine your cock.
But yeah, we're very well. We do well what we do.
Attaboy.
As we'll see.
Hey,
But I don't
bring
think we're-
back a little bit of that. What do you call it? Inspiration, motivation, whatever you get out there within the New York Minute, and then bring it over here.
Yeah.
And then relish in the chillness of San Diego.
People hate Californians out there.
Oh, ouch! Ouch.
People hate Californians here.
Yeah, dude. People hate.
Yeah, I hate California.
They don't really hate. If you're Mexican, dude, and I've said this,
Wear it on a
before,
shirt.
okay? And I've said this before. Go travel. Go fucking travel. If you're not worried about like fucking immigration status shit and all this, and it's all fucking hot air, whatever. Go travel.
Yeah. Always travel as a
People,
Mexican.
there's only a select few number of people that don't like us as Mexicans, bro, and it's usually they're on the far right of the world and shit. But what I'm saying is, go travel, enjoy yourself. We're really loved everywhere we go. We went to a pizza shop and it was a paisita, homie, a Mexican, looked like one of my uncles working back there. And I just saw the way he was interacting with everyone prior to me. And then I swear to God, dude, I swear to you, and wife, you can attest to this. That motherfucker looked at me and he kind of like did a double take and he smiled and it just kind of like started. And he's like, hey, güey, ¿estás aquí por el partido, yeah? And I was like, yeah, you know de San Diego. Es a huevo, ¿qué quiere, mijo?
Yeah,
and I was
there you
like,
go.
dude, it was like a sense of like, fuck yeah, dude, one of us. Like, that's sick that you're out
You're
here.
gonna end up on another motivational reel.
Bro.
Bro.
But that dude was sick, dude. It made me feel hype. I was like, and I told wife, I was like, see,
once in a while
not
you get-
everyone fucking hates us, bro. Not everyone wants to deport us. And like, it's fun to go out there and just kind of like experience someone else's culture. Went out there and did it.
I mean, we're all proud of our culture.
Very
And so
much
when
so.
you see it kind of, show itself, that the reverement for our culture through the eyes of somebody else, it's kind of like, all right, cool, man. It kind of, all right, see,
We're on the right track here.
yeah, dude, we're doing something right as a, not a culture, but like purveyors of whatever it is that Mexico is about, right? Like,
I think
trying to-
that's what we're known for, bro. I think Mexicanos
just being cool.
Yeah, just
Like,
fucking
hey,
being
fuck yeah, man. These guys are
being
sick.
fucking chill. We're not out there acting the fool. The Padre Yankee game was a different bell. Like, that was a little different. But yeah,
People
Sports
hating?
is always
general-
different.
People hating?
Yeah, but in general, I just feel like, people are like, oh, these guys are fucking chill, dude. And I always bring it up, but anytime I've traveled abroad, like, where are you from? San Diego. Where's that? It's a fucking border town. Mexico. You're Mexican. And it's like, I swear to God, dude, except in Spain. Fuck those fools. Like, they hated us rapidly.
They don't like tourists.
Yeah,
period.
That motherfucker was like, eres mexicano. And I was like, yeah. He's like,
Vosotros.
he's like,
Yeah, you did. Eres.
tu cara está muy redonda. And I was like, man, you need to take, homie. What the fuck is wrong with you, fool? Fucking haters. But anytime we travel like to Ireland or anywhere else, bro, anywhere else, I can wholeheartedly say
Reppin', bro.
they love us, bro.
A huevo.
Fucking love us.
A huevo.
What you got? How was your week? What do you got?
The fucking fantastic,
Handle.
dude. Fucking fantastic.
Fucking.
Dude, I've just been busy, dude. Like, again, riding a wave, trying to figure it out. Now, like, I brought beer back into my life, which has been fucking awesome.
How so?
I mean, I've just been like 2 days a week.
Okay.
I'm letting it go. I'm letting myself have a drink or two. And what I've noticed is that, like, I crack open a beer, fucking take those first few swigs, they fucking fantastic, and then I'm over it.
You're appreciative of the actual.
Yeah, but then I'm
everything.
over it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even finish it. I didn't even want to finish it. I was just like,
Yeah.
not out of disgust. I was just more like, I don't need it.
Yeah.
Right? And then that mentality has kind of like transcended itself into other stuff. Like, hey, some cake, fucking, you want this whatever the fuck it is that I probably shouldn't be eating. I'm like,
Some gabagool.
nah, you know what? I'm good. Been keeping up the fucking workouts, fucking crushing in the morning.
Hell yeah.
Feeling a lot sharper, feeling a lot more, just engaged with my family, which is the highlight of what I've been going through these last couple of weeks. Just kind of like watching my kids.
Are you a
paying
better
attention to-
family man now, you think?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
You were lacking before?
Yeah, man. I think there's always something. Even right now, there's something I can fix. Right? There's a little bit more that I could do, but I'm on the right track. I've just kind of been wanting to be more there mentally for my wife, for my kids. Listening a little bit more attentively to when my kids are telling me something, making sure that I'm not fucking being sidetracked by something.
Did you guys get it?
Yeah. Or like if I'm watching something and the kids come up to want to show me something, sometimes I would be like, hey, hold on. I'll get to you. Now I'm just kind of like, all right, what's up? This thing over here that's happening right here can wait. What do you need to tell me right now?
But make it quick.
But let's fucking go.
Make it snappy,
Let's fucking go.
motherfucker.
Do the prelims.
Dad,
the
Dad,
prelims
look,
are on.
I love mom.
This one's for the belt. This one's for the belt.
Knock, knock.
Oh, dude, you got that one too.
Oh, I get knock, knock jokes all day.
Dude, I got my boys sitting down with me. We were watching UFC the other day. It was like one of those moments. I was just like, fuck yeah, sitting down, watching it, just kind of like, all
Daddy,
right.
why are those guys hugging?
Yeah, well, he wants to get into jujitsu. Like we're in line the other day, and right before they let the kids in, everyone's in line, all the parents and stuff like that. And Lucas is just like, Dad, when are you gonna take me to jujitsu? And I just had this little proud moment, like, yeah,
Like right now, put him in a
kid,
headlock.
yeah, my kid wants to do it. My kid wants to do it, and so it's cool. Mother's Day was great. Got to celebrate the wifey on Saturday, Dia de las Madres,
That's when it's
and then my mom gets her day on Sunday. So they both each get their respective day. I don't have to split it with anybody. I'm like, hey, Dia de las Madres for one of you, Mother's Day for the other one. They're back to back. And everybody gets their just time to shine, focus on them. But it's always a 2-day event for each of them.
Is it bad that I am taking my mom out next week?
Why? No, it's not.
We don't like all the crowds, and that's what
Smart.
Mother's Day is, bro.
That's what's smart.
Mother's Day is just hella crowds everywhere, like flossing. Like even just like my family knows I love them. My mom knows I love her. My
but that's
wife
not what it's
knows I
about.
love her.
Yeah.
So it's like I'm very appreciative and grateful for what all of the mothers in my life have done for us and for each other and for everyone around us. But it's like it's like Valentine's Day. I love my lady all fucking year. I don't need one fucking day to go out and eat to kind of prove it.
Yeah, but that's not what it's about. It's about that thing.
Go ahead.
It's that, whatever you want to call it, that Hallmark made holiday. You got to do something.
Oh, I got her
The wow moment.
I got
The
her
wow
a sick ass little
Yeah.
necklace.
Yeah. Did your mama bear? Did she go wow? What did you do?
Well, I'm in a similar boat as Steve because my mom lives far away. The last few years,
My mom lives like half a block from me, dude.
we've sent her like flowers and stuff, but it's not the same. It's like, she's coming out for Pete's birthday the first week of June.
Oh,
so
there
I
you
told her, I
go.
was like, hey,
Friend
Mom,
of the show,
I'm going to
big
call
ups.
you. We're going to talk. It's going to be
What's
a
Mrs.
Mother's Day phone
Jesbera's
call
name?
this year. But when you come out here, then I'm going to take you out on the town. We'll paint the town red, do a Mother's Day thing.
Do you like the Sizzler, Mom?
He likes his hot plate. I'm going to take you somewhere real nice. The holding company,
What's
probably.
Mrs. Jesbera's name?
Marie Jesbera.
Marie Jesbera. Italian or what, dude?
Polish?
Okay, same. Not really. But
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, here's the problem.
Same.
My mom's name is Marie.
Uh-huh.
Fernanda's first name, Maria.
Okay.
So my mom's middle initial is A. So we get a lot of mail mixed up from Maria and Marie A. Then my dad and I have the same fucking name. So it's just a male
Francis.
fucking situation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fucking problem.
You don't like telling people your name is Francis.
It's Francis.
There it is. Good
Francis
name.
Peter the fourth.
Oh, shit.
When I was a kid, I would
Whoa.
never admit that. I
Why
would
not?
fight people who call me Francis. But now I'm just like, fuck it. It's
your
Pete's name too. so.
Hey, Francis is a solid name, but yeah, when you're young, it seems
I
like
always
a
thought it was
name
a
that you can
weak
make
name.
fun of.
I knew a Francis in elementary school, and that kid cried for every fucking thing. I was like, I don't want to
I
be
used
this
to call
guy.
a dude
I
named
wanna be this
Francis Francie Pantsy.
guy. Francie.
Francie
Yeah. Yeah. I would get
There
some
you
good
go.
nicknames.
That's why
You can
that's why
fuck with
that's
any
full
name if you
fucking
really
head.
wanted to. Bro. Francie Pantsy.
Just call me the
bro.
fourth, please.
Francis. The only other Francis I knew was a fucking dweeb that tried to steal Pee Wee's bike in Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Hey man, Francis. That was you. Same
Francis
era,
has
same
that
mentality.
name. That
Francis
tone.
Ngannou. That's the only Francis I know
I
that's
love
like.
that.
Hey,
Yeah,
Francis
tough.
Ngannou's bringing fucking some respect.
Yeah,
to
that's what I'm
that
saying.
name.
Like, yeah. It's his name. He can have it.
Franz Ferdinand, big fan of them. No,
Well, it's more.
They
like,
had a moment.
Yeah.
they had 2 songs.
They did.
They had 2 songs that fucking
I
rap.
thought you were talking about the actual Archbishop.
No, come on,
you mean
bro.
like yeah?
Hey, fool, there's a new pope. Are you about that life?
He's American.
What's up?
He's American.
He's Chicagoan.
Does that mean anything for us?
Bro,
Is that anything?
He dropped me a really
Somebody
nice
told me that
promo
he
video.
shotgunned a Budweiser, and I believed it. I was like, really?
Did he really?
He's like, no, fool, he didn't. See, you would think it
He's from
because he's in
Chicago.
America.
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok of some lady laughing because her mom hooked up with him in their college days.
That's
They
allowed.
were in a situationship.
He's experienced.
They had to say allegedly, but you know what that means.
Well, that's the thing.
I did not inhale.
I didn't know you could be like,
American?
a little bit, tú sabes.
Edgy?
I don't
sexually.
feel like kids come out going like, I'm going to be the Pope one day. I feel like religion is something that's part of your life, and then maybe like you dive deeper into it the older you get. But I feel like you make your mistakes when you're young. Everybody fucking does.
Now, I'm going by what I read. So I don't know how accurate.
Well, you
This
listen to
motherfucker
it?
be
Did
reading.
you listen to it
No,
at the
this
same
one
time?
I actually read.
Oh, okay.
And maybe I did see Mother Teresa conduct an interview, or people around her made reference to something she did prior to her passing. Her passing, like, she's like something alluding to, and you might want to fucking fact check this, that
Get on that.
Where's Texas when we need to
I never truly, like, she's like, I didn't truly believe in the religion or some shit. Like, I think she said something along those lines. And then I was like, dog, this is like top tier religious person. Like, next level is Mother Teresa. So I feel like what she was saying is she did things out of the kindness of her heart for humanity, not necessarily for the higher calling. And I was like, oh.
Yeah, people have a problem with that if you don't like Trojan horse religion into every good thing that you do and you're in that religious space.
Yeah.
But they shouldn't.
Why can't you
should
just do
be a
good
good
things,
person, right?
You know? Like, it
Sometimes
doesn't,
you could just do good shit.
Yeah.
Like, just be cool, do some good things.
yeah.
You're good.
And that's it.
Yeah.
You don't need to take a photo. You don't need to fucking publicize it all.
I'm gonna be honest, dude. I don't know that world of like Pope. I don't even know what the
Zero.
next level is.
I know he makes
don't-
33 grand a month.
Does he really? What does he do with it?
Dude, I'll be the Pope. I'll learn
Hopefully
it real
charity.
quick.
Hopefully whatever the fuck they're preaching.
Did
give
you
that
find
money
anything
to the
on
poor.
Mother Teresa?
Yeah, I did.
Okay, what did it
It
say?
said that she gave up. She didn't give up her faith. She just had like
Faith, thank you.
a dark period.
Where she
of,
questioned it.
yeah.
I think that's important, right?
You have
should
to.
probably do that.
It's
for a
like
little bit.
love, Lozano.
You should think again.
If you let
tell
love
me.
go and it comes back to you,
Then it was meant to be.
it was meant to be. If she truly was of that faith, she had to say, ¿Sabes qué? La verga. I need a break. I need a timeout. And then maybe if it meant something to her, she brought it back. Yeah, I think what I was told or what I read or what I saw was alluding to that. She lost
Gotta
her
have
faith,
faith.
and she just kind of said, you know what? I'm with George Michael.
Yep. Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit was a better reference, dude. Limp Bizkit.
Hey, do you say?
Does it fucking mean anything for us though, as Americans? Like, should we like be?
It's kind of like the
stoked?
Queen.
If you're
Yeah.
Catholic.
It's like when there's a new prince or whatever.
Okay.
It's you go, all right. So how does that affect me?
Yeah.
Right. And then you go, well, it's the royal wedding. I'm like,
Yeah.
cool.
I still got to get up at
Well,
3 in
this-
the morning
Yeah.
to go
Like,
to
what's
work.
that fucking shit doing for me, dude?
This affects people that are like Catholic, you know,
Yeah.
because the Pope basically like dictates how the religion goes,
How
who
does it
gets
dictate?
excommunicated, who gets like accepted, what the rules of the religion are while I'm alive,
Yeah,
kind of
yeah, yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
Like,
okay.
so I forget, it's not this Pope, but another Pope Leo, like from back in the day, he was the one that like excommunicated Martin Luther. So it was like the Lutherans were like,
Yeah.
"Ooh."
Okay. All right.
So he's got some power.
He's got some pull.
They got pool.
Well, the last pope I was reading, he got some flack too because he was more welcoming of like the LGBTQ community.
He was a modern pope.
Yeah,
a
more
modern
progressive
day-
is the word I was
progressive,
looking. Yes,
yeah, yeah, yeah.
progressive as it relates to previous popes. So there was a lot of hatred for that. I just don't understand the so much hate, dog.
Well, it's all stems from if you're doing something by the book.
Yeah.
And by the book has many interpretations. And so like when you go and you become a progressive fucking pope, yeah, you're going to ruffle some fucking old school feathers.
Are you religious or are you more spiritual?
That's weird.
Oh, we're getting into the white girl questions.
No, I can tell you that I'm not religious. In
Do you
the-
believe in
the,
the
in the
higher
stereotypical
calling?
sense? What?
Do you believe in a higher being, a higher calling, something like that?
Ah, man, I don't know what it means to like.
Do you believe in God?
Here's the thing. I have a problem with the belief part.
Okay.
Like, do you believe in this? Like, what is that? I don't know what that means in that context. Like, do you believe in a higher calling?
Do you believe in
Well,
life after life?
I think about it a lot. I have a lot of what ifs. I'm still in what if mode.
Yeah.
So I can't say that I believe something. Like to believe something, I think means that you've taken a stance on it. I think that this does exist. I'm not there. I'm in the, I don't know, maybe. And I can pretend like it does and help that direct my life. And if I do that long enough, does that mean I believe in it?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
Are
It's
you
just-
more inclined to say that there is an afterlife where people go to heaven if they have lived that righteous life?
Yeah, I
Or that you're just going to go into a box and turn into worm food?
That's more along the lines of where I think we're going. I think it's
Agnostic as fuck.
No. I'm not agnostic either. I don't know. It's more like I don't know enough to know.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't think anybody does really.
Yeah, I don't think religion is the thing. I mean, for me, it's like when people ask me, I think my mom gets real butthurt. I'm like, I'm not religious. Like, I did all the things. I checked all the boxes. I got baptized. I did my first communion. I did my fucking confirmation. Todo el pinche pelo, woo woo shit, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't go to church now.
Why not?
I just don't see a purpose.
Why
if
not?
God truly exists, why do I have to go to his house to fucking hear the word of God? He's allegedly is around all the time. So if I want to take a time out and a pause out of my life and give thanks, thank you, God, for what you've provided, which I've done before. I don't believe in religion, but I do believe there is a God of some sort, and that God for everyone can come in different ways. You
John
know?
Stamos.
I
Maybe.
I think that it's in a weird way, it's nice to have around. From a philosophical standpoint, like everything that it stands, most things that it stands for, right? On how to conduct yourself, on how to treat others, on how to kind of look at this whole experience that is humanity. And then for me, it's more like I've developed my own personal doctrine based on a bunch of stuff. So I've picked out a little bit from here, and I've picked out a little bit from there, and I've picked out like a little bit from that book and that book and that book.
Like a
and
casserole.
And as long as I think that this is the nice way to be living, then I think that I am kind of living a religious life in that sense, because it's kind of a culmination of a bunch of religious ideas. And so I'm cool with that. Now, if somebody came up and said, well, no, man, you got to really, you got to go to the house of worship. And
Why?
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, I also understand that, because I don't have anything to argue why not. I don't have anything. I don't want to argue, though. That's the thing. Like,
I'm not that interested in
like Mormons will show up to the house, and I like talking to them. They're like
Yeah.
nice, and they're all trying to be really like, they have 5 minutes to build a relationship with you, like at your front door. And I go, cool. Hey man, you're trying to do something nice.
Yeah.
Your religion says that you need to spread the word. That's cool. I respect that, man. I respect the hustle, just like any other thing that you devote your life to. And sick. And I've had plenty of great conversations with hyper religious people.
Yeah.
And I've agreed on a lot. But the one thing that I disagree on is that I have to do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
10% of my annual income pass. Not giving that. I'll give if I can.
What do you want, $1?
You know what I mean? Like,
Pass the hat around.
like I'll give if I can. I don't want to feel forced to have to do this, you know?
Joel Osteen, that guy.
You got to look at it with
Yeah,
like, I know I'm
bro.
gonna lose Steve with this reference, but maybe I'll get you, Jeff.
That.
It's like the old saying in the Pirates of the Caribbean movie, the first one, when they talk about the
yes,
Pirates
yes.
Code, they say,
Ooh,
"Aye,
yes.
they be more guidelines than rules."
Oh,
I think
it.
that's how you should look at religion. It should be more of a guideline than a rule. Like nothing should be set in stone. Nothing should be this or that, especially if it's something that's taken from so far back where like it has no like the Bible and everything has no concept of what life we're living right now. But you could still take a lot of the fucking messages and be like,
listen.
I can apply. I can be a nice
Yeah.
person. I can not murder
Yeah.
people. I can, not want what everybody else has. Like there's a lot of core principles that are
yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
But you don't have to be like my way or the highway.
Well, there's great stories. The stories are fantastic. In fact, they're the best stories ever written. If you really want to think about, I guess these great novelists whose stories have stood the test of time.
William Shakespeare.
I
the
mean,
original Marvel.
Like there is something to be said about how beautifully written the Bible is.
Agreed.
Right. The only difference is, to your point, is that there's people that think that that's literal, and then there's other people like myself that think that this is a more of a fictional representation,
A collection of tales.
Then there's people like me
Yeah.
with the tinfoil hats on that go, religion was created to be a form of mass control. So everybody was doing their own thing for a long time. Then they put the fucking religions out there, gave everybody these rules, told them they're bad people and they're not getting to heaven unless you play by my fucking rules.
Oh, shit.
And all these things come out just to make sure that the population is controlled. It's
I
always
blame Martin
been
Luther.
kings versus popes. Like there's like the government and the religion, and they're both fighting against each other for the control of the people.
Woohoo!
fucking BJ.
They're throwing the freaking frogs, Gary.
BJ tapped in, dude. He tapped in, dude.
6 shots of microwave today, baby.
Cognitive, the cognitive part of the brain.
Fuck
you
yeah,
know?
bro. Hey, thanks for talking some reason into this, dude. That's where.
We can't keep
my
this thing
kids
too
like
serious.
going to church. My mom goes every Sunday.
Yeah?
Every Sunday she goes to church.
Good.
She is a very religious lady, and she is like extended that olive branch to the kids. And now my kids will be like, I want to go with Nana Gigi to church. And I don't care, because ultimately life is about being happy. And if this is something that fulfills you in any fucking way, spiritually, fucking emotionally, physically, then by all means, if it's not hurting anyone else, do your thing, dog.
Yeah, I agree.
Do your fucking thing. Life is too short to be worried about everyone else's life's choices. I could only worry about my life choices and how they reflect and affect my kids' lives, bro. Like, that's it. I just want my kids to grow up happy. I don't give a fuck how, what, where, or when. They just need to be happy. And that's my job as a dad, is to make sure I provide those guidelines of living their life. Like, at the end of the day, my wife will read a Bible for kids. I don't know who got it for them, but they seek
Hey, if
it
that's how
out.
she soaks it in, let her have it.
And she
that sounds cool.
The kids reach out to her, Mom, are you going to read that to us tonight? And she does. And the kids, the 2 younger kids, they're about that life. So I'm like, all right, cool. You know, maybe they'll start a hardcore band. You know,
Yeah, bro.
Maybe Kemble will fucking teach him how to fucking sing about, you know, God. You know, maybe POD. You know, like
Hey, aren't they super hyper religious?
nah.
I thought that was their thing. I thought that they were a religious band.
I feel like they
religious
just,
messaging in some of the
they're
songs.
very
Who is
spiritual.
like Switchfoot? They're like religious, aren't they?
I feel like all these bands get the fucking like Christian band title because one guy is like Creed. Creed is known as like the Christian band, right? No, only the singer. Only the singer dude was ever into the Christian thing, and like all the band members were like, "What the fuck is this? Why are you putting us in like this
It
circuit?"
sells more records.
Haven't you seen South Park?
Yeah,
Jesus,
dude.
baby, come on.
That was a good episode. But I agree with that. I agree with that. If you are into the hyper religious
do you.
thing, hell yeah. Go you, as long as you're not hurting anybody.
Yeah.
And there's plenty to be said about how it can hurt people and how it has
For
hurt
sure.
people.
It could be just like a drug
right?
addiction.
I'm
You
not
know, if you're
saying that-
addicted to like the religious aspect of life, going to church and all that stuff, and you're like neglecting your family, or like, you know,
or taking some of the interpretations of the book and
A little too.
and making it more as an ostrac, like
using it against people.
using against people, right? So look, I don't know.
What's your favorite religion?
Oh man, the Christianity's good. Catholicism is nice.
What's your least favorite
sometimes.
one?
Jehovah's Witnesses have something going on.
The J-Dub.
Big fan of the Mormons.
Hey, those
They're
J's.
doing their thing.
A lot of my family is Jehovah's Witness.
So
my
watch your
dad's
mouth.
side.
So
watch your mouth.
Watch your
So
fucking
let's
mouth.
go ahead and watch that. All right.
Let's check it down, bro.
All right.
I want to knock on their door on fucking Halloween. Fucking reverse Uno them. Be like, tricky, tricky.
It's 6 a.m. You know what that means.
They will not open it.
Oh man,
not open.
yeah,
Hey.
that's crazy.
Yeah, well.
that is a crazy life. And the whole reason I guess we got into this is I feel like people, like in general, we always want to have that special fucking. We want to be felt like we're part of something.
Yeah.
You know, I feel like as dudes, because I can only speak for dudes. I can only speak for dudes in my age range, in my fucking circle type. That we want to make ourselves feel like we are a part of something bigger than us. I want to be part of this. I want to support that. I want to be involved in this, bro. And for me, I feel it's more so now because I had that void when I was younger. I didn't have brothers growing up. I know you didn't have brothers growing up. And I know Francis didn't have brothers. Francis the fourth, Francis Parker the fourth, didn't have brothers growing up either. I'm lucky now that I get to vicariously fill that void watching my kiddos interact with each
that's cool.
other, bro. What was I doing? We were on the plane and I just got on a sick one, dog. I just not like drinking.
Oh,
I just
have another little Jack Daniels bottle, please. Thank you.
I was
It's the
watching,
altitude. It really
I
gets
started downloading a bunch of movies, and something happened in one of the movies, bro. Like in one of the movies, The Accountant. Great movie,
Bro,
dog.
the second one's coming out.
Okay, is it?
Yeah.
I heard, yeah. The Accountant starring Ben Affleck, if you want to be a dick.
Whoa.
He was in that movie.
Sometimes
and
I do.
Yeah, and in the end, there was like a scene where like he's his brother, and the whole brother just played a whole role throughout the whole thing. Like they had each other's back. He's like, always get each other's back, always take care of each other, family over everything. And I was like, yeah, I had a sister. That's sick. You know, that's pretty fucking cool. But I never had that brother to fuck around with, be an asshole too. So unfortunately, my sister got the brunt of that. But I feel that having boys now is filling that void.
You wish though? You wish you would have had a brother?
I think so. I think I would have been better in every aspect if I had a brother, somebody there to kind of push me along as well.
Here's a question:
Yes, sir.
older or younger? Because they both have different elements.
That's a good
As
one.
far as I can tell, for any brother out there, like, whoa, why don't you talk more about it? No brother having guy.
All I know is being the older brother. So I think
To a sister though.
yeah, just to a sibling.
Mhm.
You know, like I feel like if that would have to, I would probably be in the same role. I would be I'm an older brother type, dude. I'm a dickhead. Like push buttons. Like
Yeah, you make fun of a lot of
like I
people.
want to.
Do you think
But
you'd be different
noogies?
if you had an older brother?
Probably.
Have you ever given
I think
anybody
so.
a noogie?
No, what the fuck?
I don't know.
I don't know what's a politically
A
correct.
swirly?
A fucking Indian burn. Remember those? Dude?
Whoa.
Oh shit!
Excuse us.
The inflammatory language used by
Yeah.
Steve Garcia does not reflect the thoughts and emotions of Emo Brown, the
I'm gonna give you an
podcast.
indigenous burn. Dude. Is that what you want? You fucking dickhead.
No, I think that's the element that I was talking about. Like when you're an older brother, you become a little bit more like, hey man, I want to toughen you up a little bit, you know, kind of help you develop like a grit, let's say.
Oh.
And then when you're a younger brother, you're always looking up and seeing how you're going to, one, take it from your bigger brother, but two, adopt like this almost like learning role. Like, hey, I'm looking up to my brother. Whatever my brother does.
Two sisters, correct?
Two sisters, younger.
How do you feel that has shaped you as a man now growing up?
Well, I lived in a very female household,
Okay.
right? So it was me and my dad,
Uh-huh.
and then my mom and my two sisters, right? And my mom has all sisters,
Okay.
right? And so my aunts and there was a lot of female energy in the house, which I think now, as I have a family of my own, I have two daughters and a wife. A lot of what I learned growing up on how to, I don't know, encompass a male role in the household, because they're different. I don't care what you say, they're different roles, especially in the Mexican culture. I think I developed a lot more compassionate and empathetic position with women, because I just, you know, I was always there. I was always listening to what they were concerned with. I was always around them. They were always giving me lessons on how to treat my sisters. My mom was always saying, hey, treat your sisters like this. Hey, make sure that you take care of them. Now, growing up, that might have just been, hey, just take care of your younger siblings. But both of my siblings were women, so whether
you're
I
the
knew
older?
it or not, I was just like, oh, this is how you have to treat women too.
You're
Like,
the oldest in the family?
yeah.
okay.
And so, like, if they're dating, obviously, I was never like that, hey, fucking sitting outside with a shotgun, hey, where are you? It's 10 o'clock. Never. But I was always like, hey, don't be fucking around with my sister. Don't be hurting her feelings and stuff like that. In more of a playful, jovial kind of way, like, but kind of with that undertone of.
Give me Tony Montana vibes, bro. Take it
Well,
easy.
no.
Don't fucking Scarface over
My
here,
dad, my dad was the big, like in the house, my dad was the guy that says, hey, you treat women with respect.
I will.
Hey, you make sure that you don't let anybody come into your sister's lives and treat them like shit. And so that's kind of how I grew up. And so I bring that to the household. And so I'm very compassionate with my wife. At least I like to think so sometimes. And then with my daughters, I think about that stuff now in the future.
Oof.
You know
What
what I
kind
mean?
of dad are you going to be when they bring home their first boyfriend?
It's a good question.
Yeah.
I think I'm gonna be
Shotgun
cool.
on the porch, Dad.
No, man. I think I'm gonna be like cool. I'm not that guy, dude. I'm not like I don't have the frame for it. What, you're gonna show up and you're fucking like taller than me? You're fucking. I'm like, all right.
We fight dirty, bro. We fight dirty.
Fires
Hey.
the shotgun and it knocks him back.
Francis,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
grew
yeah.
up with an older sister.
Yes, I did.
You were the young sibling.
The baby.
We were the older siblings over here. What's that like?
Yeah.
Growing up, we did not get along, so the experience of like youth was kind of just like, yeah, we fucking hate each other. She's 5 years older than me.
Is that a white person thing?
I guess. I don't know. There was always like that, like, hey, if you fuck with her, you fuck with me. Vice versa. Like my sister has stood up for me in our youth, like bullies, whatever. But
bullies
she was my number one bully. So it's like, you know, you just got to have fucking somebody.
Toughen you up.
Yeah. But now that we're older, I feel like it's the dynamic we should have had all along, where it's like, I got you, you got me. We're fucking tight, way tighter than we ever were.
Well, you're blessed to at least have figured that out before it was too late. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well,
I mean,
how
And now,
far apart are you
especially
guys?
because my parents have left, like our family was already small. It was 4 of us, and 2
Also
of us
a
just
white
left.
person thing, I'm assuming.
So my sister and I became like the West Coast Jezberas. We're just like, this is what we got, So we have each other's
parents are
backs
where?
even stronger. Michigan.
Oh, I always want to say Wisconsin. I don't know why, dude.
That's where my aunt and uncles are from. But I couldn't tell you where.
How far apart? How far apart are you and your
5
sis?
years.
5 years?
Yeah, she's 85. I'm 90.
Oh, that's good. That's a good little
My
gap.
sister didn't need sticking up for. She didn't need me to
Rough.
like
She's
fucking
rough.
defend her or anything. My sister is more hardcore than I am. Like I feel like she was more of the I'm not listening. Like if our parents said, don't do this, don't do that, I was like, yeah, you got it, not a problem, not a
Punk
problem.
rock.
That's the
Yeah.
baby mentality.
Yeah, but my sister was like, fuck that. Like I remember her just like doing her thing, and I was like, all right, good on her.
Dale.
So I don't think I had to be like, hey, don't fuck with my sister kind of mentality, but it was there. It was always kind of like if you need me, I'm around. Like I'll answer the bell. And for me, I feel like the same way.
Yeah, I
We
don't
don't
know.
have a bad relationship. I think more than anything, we have a really good relationship.
I think in a healthy family dynamic, in a Mexican culture family dynamic, they're always, and maybe you disagree with this or not, but what I've noticed is that there's always like a female empowerment kind of undertone, and there's like a matriarch kind of family dynamic where, hey, you respect mom. Hey, when mom says goes. Hey, when if you're in trouble and be scared of your mom before you get scared of your dad. You know what I mean? And I've always liked that. I've always really enjoyed that dynamic, like knowing that, my mom, hey, is la chingona. Hey, you don't fuck around with mom and
She
stuff.
runs the house.
Yeah. I like that because in Mexican culture, there was always for a long time this element of machismo.
Did you have
Right.
that growing up?
Machismo?
Yeah.
No.
Neither did we.
No,
Yeah.
no, not at all. But I've seen it. For
My
sure.
mom is the boss,
Yeah.
at our home.
Yeah.
It always was. So it's like I feel like I'm an easy husband, dude. Like I don't really argue unless I have to. Unless I fucking
Is that
have
what
to.
she thinks too?
Yeah. She knows, bro. She knows. I feel like that's why we get along because she's very argumentative and I'm not. I just kind of like go with the flow. I say, you got it. If that's what you want. I literally live by the happy wife, happy life mantra. It is what it is, bro. Like
Yeah,
whatever you need. And
attention to that.
she apologized to me this week. And she did, yeah, dude. And I was like, what the fuck, dude?
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
gonna say
'cause
hit
she
a
was-
button. I
yeah,
don't know
like,
which
we
one.
had
It's a button moment.
Just a
We
whatever.
had a couple situations where like I lost her keys. I misplaced her
Oh,
keys.
pendejo.
Pretty much, dog. And I was like, I didn't lose them. And my approach is like, okay, I don't know where they are. I'm gonna find them. It's not a big deal. And hers is like, no, I had my keys. And I'm like, I said I got them. I'm always very chill, unless I'm not. Like if I'm fucking stressed, then I'm a piece of shit, dude. Like what the fuck? Fuck your keys. Yeah, I lost them. What? I'm sure they'll pop up somewhere, But it's like I do my best there. And then something happened later on in that evening where it's like she asked me to do something and I did it. And there was extra sheets. I had to change the sheets for one of the boys and wash them. And I put them in, and I followed the rules and how they go, And there was leftover sheets. And I said, but they didn't belong to that. So coming out of the shower, my wife was like, I thought you changed the sheets. Oh, that's hard for a Mexican. I thought you changed the sheets.
I thought you changed the sheets.
I thought you changed the sheets. And I was like, I did. Like, what are you talking about? She's like, well, there's sheets or you did it wrong. And I was like, go look.
That's my Kanye
Yeah, I
outfit.
was like, white people shit. And I said, go look and let me know if I did it wrong. She comes back. She's like, oh, I don't know how those sheets ended up there. I'm sorry. I was like, ugh. I was like,
Wow.
on Mother's Day, bro.
Hey,
You got an apology on Mother's Day?
hey, listen.
I was like, damn, dog.
For all men out there,
Go ahead.
We appreciate you.
It happens.
Thank you for your service.
Wow.
I'm
What a
quick to
win.
apo-
What a win for
sometimes-
us.
Sometimes, and more often than not, I apologize when I know 100% it wasn't my fault.
Oh shit! My wife will come in. I'll just say I'm sorry.
Yeah. I'll just
Hey,
throw it out.
I'm
there.
sorry.
That's how I
Perdón,
answer the
reina.
phone. I'm sorry.
Yeah, love it. I'm sorry. Like I'll work on that. That's it. Like I'll do that. And it's not like she's like, you're just placating me. You're just. And I was like, I'm not. Like I'm literally telling you, I got this. I'll take care of it. Not an issue. Don't worry about it. I got that apology, and I was like, holy shit.
wanna
I don't
cry,
believe
bro.
in a God, but I was like,
That was your moment. That
I
was
was
your
like-
coming to God moment.
Nice.
Yahweh the God, the fucking the Vato Sagrado, the beacon of Emo Brown. I was like, yeah, I pray to that guy now,
okay,
dude. We got to create our own God.
Go you.
Just go you.
That's a win for all
Hey,
men.
dude, but watching my boys kind of hang out, horseplay, fuck each other up, and then just kind of like, all happy at the end of the day. I was like, I wanted that.
But I'm sure you had friends like that. That was my thing. Is like I never had brothers, but like
Yeah.
I did grow up like with a next door neighbor
Yeah.
that was the same age, and we were
Yeah.
inseparable for the
Do you
longest
still
time.
hang out with them?
Yeah, not as much. Like
That's
we're
what I'm
not
saying.
we're not still neighbors, but we
Yeah.
do things together. Like
Yeah.
it's we're adults. It's hard to like make time sometimes, but like we still do.
But what if
my
we were
core
adults
three,
and-
my core three, me, Indy, Eric, we ride always. No matter how many months have gone by, doesn't fucking matter. You hit me up, I'll be there. I hit you up, you'll be there.
Yeah.
That's a brother to me.
It's a brotherhood, that's for sure. But I think there's that element, right? That I don't know, but there's an element of like, doesn't matter whether you like each other or not. You guys are brothers,
Yeah.
and there's like a different evolution that happens than when you can pick and choose your homies. You know what I mean? But there's something to be said about having a strong network of friends that are like brothers. You know, I have that. You know?
I can attest, they've probably hated my fucking guts several times, but they've never
see that.
gotten rid of me. They've just like,
Yeah.
stopped talking to me for a while,
He's
threw
a
me over a
piece of
fence or
shit,
two. Yeah,
But
yeah.
he's our piece of shit.
Exactly.
And I will protect my piece of shit because those are my piece of shit. I get it. Fuck, dude. I wish I had brothers.
Well, I mean, you do here.
You got us.
Look at us. Yeah,
Hi,
look at us.
Steven.
Look at- hey, brother. Yeah, because
It's
I
nice
remember we were
to see
talking
you.
about that in the little group chat we have.
I thought I was your brother.
I thought I was your brother. And I was like, you are, but I mean, it's just
different.
It's kind of different.
Listen,
it's kind of
it's
different.
You're my brother? Because I text you like, hey, brother, what's up?
Yeah. I don't know. I'm
do that.
happy I grew up with sisters. They're knuckleheads, and I'm big brother. And a lot of times I play that role on purpose. You know, I'm just kind of like, I got to be a dick because I got to meet my quota for the day. And then that's it. But, when push comes to shove, what I've been able to learn having sisters, I think is doing me favors now because it just so happens that I have 2 daughters and I have 1 boy who's stuck in the middle.
Yeah.
So that's going to be interesting.
That'll be awesome.
That's going to be fucking real interesting, dude, for him.
I'm curious if my boys are going to date each other's girlfriends, dude.
They might.
You know? Because at least it's like there's no sister there to kind of provide that, oh, this is my friend. And then, hey, my name is, you know? Yo soy el hermano mayor.
They're close enough in age that I think it could happen.
That could happen. Dude. And Chulavis is small. So I'm like, oh, man, these little motherfuckers.
Hey.
Hit me with some Yahwehs, bro. Let's get some Yahwehs.
We want
dog.
some Yahwehs? All right. Well, let's see. Let's start with, we like baseball around here, right? We're sports people.
Big sports guy.
Big sports guy. Look at this. All right. So you guys are familiar with the Pirates fan who fell
man.
20 feet.
Not funny.
Oh, dude, rewind that.
That's it,
Or
that's it.
do
We're
that
gonna let
shit
this run
again.
back.
Wait.
It's not the best angle. It was the first one I could find.
Dude, bro.
There is a from behind
What a
view.
rat.
That
Ragdoll.
looks fucking gnarly, dude.
Bro, what the fuck?
Have you ever thought about like, if I was gonna streak, I could jump that. My
No.
knees could handle this. Yada yada. Like, I think that's exactly how it go if I ever tried to jump. Like,
that looked-
even if I tried to jump and knew I was jumping, I'd still eat.
There
shit.
Well,
was
he
no
was just
athleticism.
celebrating, right? Like he was like, if you look at the back, at the angle that they took from the seats in the back, it looks like he was jumping for excitement or something like that. And then he
Over
just
a
kind
fucking ledge, bro?
Well, I don't think he wanted to jump over the ledge, or am I wrong? Or was that the plan?
I don't know.
I suffer from a disease,
Yes.
We took a test.
but this is a legit disease. Like where you're that when you're at the edge of a height, like a something, like a cruise ship. Like I have this feeling that I always want to jump.
You want to.
I want to.
Want to
Like
jump ship.
badly. It's weird. And my mom told me, oh, yeah,
That's
I
called
have that
depression.
too. No, it isn't. It's like it's some fucking inner thing that you want to just jump, dude.
Yeah,
I've
us
never done
Mexicans have it.
Never done it. Never done it, you know, but I'm just like, what if this motherfucker had it? Because he just ran to the edge of it. What did he expect? To just stop right when he got there, dude?
Dude.
Well, there may have been alcohol involved. I'm going to go
Well,
out on a
no,
ledge
try to
here
find
and say that there was alcohol involved. And if you look at the back view, yeah, like he jumps up, and it's
Yeah.
like he just like awkwardly goes forward and his feet get caught.
I thought that's what it was.
No athleticism in
It doesn't
his
look
fall,
like.
dude.
I mean,
The
he's
Russian
not wearing a
judge gave him
shirt,
3.
so maybe it's a streaking
or maybe
situation
he was
gone
a
wrong. But
genius. He was that fall looked like he just went straight ragdoll, which is what they advise. Like if you're ever in a car accident,
Don't
same
get
thing with
hard,
bear
get
attacks.
loose.
Yeah,
like, get all loose.
that's why drunk
and-
drivers survive more.
Yeah,
unfortunately.
exactly.
Yeah.
Well,
So-
that guy had a really bad time though.
Drive drunk.
He went into critical condition, dude.
Yeah, well, he's able to eat and talk now. There was a GoFundMe for him. I don't know if it's still up or not. He made 60 grand. So now my question to you, for 60 grand,
Yes, I would.
You would jump off?
And make it look like that, yeah. My problem was it would look way too fabricated. People would watch the video and go like, "This motherfuckers are trying to do a money grab."
Is
He's got a
60 grand
GoFundMe
enough?
QR code on his back.
Is 60 grand enough to throw yourself over? This guy apparently got lucky. Like, I guess
Yeah, no,
no
I'm just
broken
kidding.
bones, just a massive concussion.
No, he broke his
No, he broke clavicle, spine.
Yeah, I guess.
No,
I hurt
don't
my
think
back.
he hurt his back.
Spinal.
I don't think he hurt like anything like badly where he's not going to walk. For 60
So why
racks?
was it means?
Well, let's see. I found an article.
Listen, okay, if what you're saying is true,
Okay.
why is there such a massive, I don't know, like storyline about this then? Because if he broke his clavicle and he just got a boo-boo,
Yeah.
right? Which I'm not saying he did, but a 60 grand, a 60K GoFundMe for him to
Be
arguably
Ignorant.
kind of. I thought it was worse than that. I thought it was like this guy's almost.
What do we
brain
got,
dead.
Beach?
Well, in his own words, Kavin Markwood, a Pittsburgh Pirates fan critically injured in a fall on the field at PNC Park during a game against the Chicago Cubs, spoke publicly for the first time on what happened.
all right.
The incident occurred late last month, yada yada. In his first interview since the dramatic incident that made nationwide headlines, Markwood told Pittsburgh Tribune Review that he has broken everything. Oh, how dramatic. I'm all right, he told the outlet. I can't really sleep, and I have a lot of back pain. A GoFundMe set up by his girlfriend's mother said Markwood broke his neck, clavicle, and back. More than $60,000 has been raised
Oh, so
as
he
of
broke
Friday.
his neck.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there it is. Okay, my bad.
Just like our boy
60,000
Mike
is not
Tyson.
enough to break my
Spinal.
back or my neck, dude.
Now, to be fair,
Go ahead.
it was kind of his fault.
Kinda. Nobody pushed him.
But
He was cheering for the Pirates.
but you know, you're gonna get behind a nationwide headline. You're probably gonna. He's probably gonna get some cash from somebody. You know, enough people watch that video and go like, "Ooh, hey, yeah,
Here's $5.
yeah. Here's a couple of bucks, buddy."
Fucking Sky Zone gives him a
Pirates
membership.
fans, dude.
Bad week
Pirates
to be a
fans.
Pirate fan apparently this week.
It is
dude.
a rough week for Pirates fans.
You got swept by the Padres. What's up, dog? What's up? Then you're jumping from the stands head first in a
breaking
freaking
your neck.
And then
And then, acting a fool, this guy fucked around and found out this is a Pirates fan fighting with security at the game. Security went straight into dad mode, though. Whipped off the fucking belt and starts whipping him. I guess the guy spit on him.
so here's the backstory.
was words
the
exchanged.
backstory
Yeah, what is the
apparently
backstory?
is the fan and his little tubby friend were harassing the co-worker of the whatever role he has. He's not a security guard. The dude that
that's
is
not-
employed
what?
is not a security
I
guard.
thought it was. He's what?
He worked concessions or he worked customer service inside of PNC Park, and he was just sticking up for his coworker who these two dudes were harassing her.
Okay.
And he said, "Hey, fool, like take that shit easy." And I guess Pirates fans gonna pirate. They just started talking crap to the usher or whatever
Oh,
role.
okay.
And from what I saw, like no punches were thrown until the usher did throw a punch, dude.
You know what he got? He I think he got like 3 on the guy and didn't do shit.
Yeah, I mean the guy started.
It looks like there was
bleeding.
blood on his
The
shirt.
guy started bleeding, and then the fucking fan like hawked up a loogie and said "foo."
Yeah,
and he just
now,
spit it
now,
on that. Yeah.
now you've entered
That's
into
assault,
belt
brother.
whipping.
But is it a? I'm not making excuses for anybody, but the usher threw the first punch, bro. I don't think you can do that. He should, if he's gonna antagonize, and wait until they
Yeah.
do something.
Should've
to
waited
you
for the loogie.
and then jump in.
Yeah,
But
if he spit first, then throw fist.
yeah.
Oh,
If you
that's a
spit
belt
first, you're
whipping
fucking
coming right
to
at you.
fists,
Yeah.
but not fists to spit.
I'm taking.
Also, if
I'm
somebody
taking
punches me, I'm not gonna
Lozano's belt
spit on
and
him.
my belt, and I'm fucking coming at you. I see him pelao.
It's fucking strong leather.
What kind of a mentality do you have? Like, oh, I just got punched in the face.
Yeah.
Well, you know what, dude? Fucking sucker punched me 3 times like that, dude, and it's still kind of like, hey, all right, hey man, calm down. But you spit on me, and that's
Game over.
See red, bro.
I'm probably gonna bite your face.
Yeah, that, like, you don't
probably gonna
spit
rip-
on
I will
somebody.
spit in your mouth.
That is the biggest form of disrespect and just like a lack of human, like anything. Like
That's
oh,
like when they would take off the glove. They would take it off slowly. And whap, whap, whap.
oot.
That's why I used to train my dog instead of like physical violence, like a lot of people resort
You
to.
spit on him.
Yeah, no, I would hold her down when she's a puppy, and like she did something bad or bit me or something. I would fucking hold her mouth open. I would just spit in there, and then she's like, because she gets your like their taste buds are different.
the
They get
fuck?
your flavor
Yeah,
in there. They
yeah,
know
that's
this
You did
guy's the
this?
fucking boss.
Yeah.
Yo, you did
all
this
right.
to your
Spit in my
dog?
mouth. Yeah, I did.
That's how you-
several times,
that's-
and she was very well behaved after
You
that.
spit in your dog's mouth?
Not like every day.
but enough to
To
make.
teach her a lesson, huh?
It worked.
Yeah?
she was a great dog.
Was she a
16
fighting
years.
dog?
I
Did
hope
you
you
fight
didn't do
her?
this to your son.
No, not
Oh,
yet.
jeez, not yet.
Not yet, not
Not
yet.
Like an adolescence.
He
bro.
has bit me though. I have
Listen,
thought about
Finish
it.
your homework.
If you guys are just lush and living luxuriously with extra cash just lying around, there's a better cause
There
that
is
we
another
can
GoFundMe.
donate to right now.
Which is, tell me
bro.
more about it, Steven.
Big ups to homie Cesar Torres. I don't know if he is the one who started this GoFundMe, but he is the one
the
who
Pirates
sent
guy?
it to us.
Oh, yeah.
Supporting Antonio Sanchez, alias the Wart Wrangler, friend of the show. We have had him on. He's currently battling with lupus. I do say a lot of ignorant things, and I speak out of like not knowing shit. But please, what is lupus? If somebody can kind of enlighten me.
What I know about lupus is that it's a very hard condition to diagnose.
Okay.
Because it can mimic some stuff like fibromyalgia. It can mimic some other stuff. But once you get definitively, I guess it's an autoimmune disease, and it's a pretty aggressive one. And that's all I really know about it, that it's an autoimmune disease.
Lupus, specifically systemic lupus erythematosus,
We'll just call it SLE.
is a chronic autoimmune disease, good job, where the body's immune system attacks its own tissues, leading to inflammation, damage of various organs.
Bottom line, he will be out of work for a while while he's on his road to recovery. And in this industry of ours, I do like that people will rally together and help him. For all I know, he's a real good guy. I met him a few times.
He's a very
you
good
know,
friend of mine.
yeah.
He works for Ballast Point.
Did he really?
No, he works for Ballast Point.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's involved with us.
Supporter of Emo Brown.
He is a
Social
supporter of
club
Emo
member.
Brown. And honestly, dude, he has one of the most successful craft beer oriented social media pages, right? It's like, it's funny memes. Guy, it's a pretty well followed account. It's popular, and he's a great guy.
Cool.
He's a cool guy.
This is what we're going to do. We're going to reach out via that GoFundMe. We're going to send it out, and we're all going to do what we can. $2, $3, $5, $10. Every now and then, an anonymous donation, $1,000. It all adds up, bro.
Yeah.
And it's all going to a family guy, somebody that's out there just, doing his job and trying to raise a family. Dig deep, Lozano. I'll do the same.
Yeah.
Hey, you're
Yeah,
on some
he's a good
Doogie
friend of
Howser
mine.
Lozano shit right now, dude. Actually, autoimmune deficiency, and where the tissues get attacked internally.
He watched a lot of
I
House.
was like, damn.
I graduated as a nurse.
Did you really? Oh, you did.
Yeah.
In one of the first episodes that we had him on.
Like that gives me the credibility to talk about like these crazy diseases.
The closest thing to a doctor we got.
It does not. I'm more like I can fit a catheter in more than I can speak on lupus.
Like
but
Meet
what
the
I'm
Fockers?
saying, but what I'm saying is that yeah, I know a few of these things, not intricately, but I kind of know what it's like.
How do you, bro?
Also, if you guys are looking to support, there's going to be an event at Mason in Barrio Logan.
Yeah.
On the 26th. They're going to be doing raffles, music, giveaways. They're going to be doing all sorts of stuff, all
Yes,
fundraising to
yes.
help with this cause. So Monday, May 26th, come on out.
Yeah, if you're
Mason
thinking about
in
starting
Barrio.
some sort of fundraiser for it too, just don't host it on that day so that we don't have to figure out calendars. Because I know that a few people
we know
been
how you
wanting-
are with calendars.
I can't. Just
Reach out
I
to
don't
Jeff's
know.
wife.
Yeah, exactly.
Spell calendar.
Carl will take it from here. But I
Spell calendar.
what?
Spell calendar.
CALENDAR.
Fuck, I don't know how to spell calendar, bro. Like if I had to spell calendar or restaurant and there was like life or death on the line, I don't think I'll.
Restaurant's a
survive,
lot
bro.
harder than calendar.
Yeah, I think is it calendar to get it right?
Yeah, you got it.
Okay, fuck, that's scary.
Ever since that spelling bee that we had, that impromptu fucking spelling bee that we had.
Oh, and it's coming
like,
back.
I don't spell shit anymore, dude.
No?
I'm just like, you know
Spell
what?
it. Nah, well, pass.
No, I'm okay.
I'm a fucking phone a
You
friend.
remember when we did the Mexican tongue twisters?
El volcán de Parango, Cutrimicuaro.
He did good. BJ did good, bro. BJ did his thing.
Ferrocarril.
Ferrocarril, bro.
Ferrocarril.
Yeah, it's a hard word for the
Hey, is
whites.
it Paranga
Birria.
Cutrimicuaro? Is that how you say that one?
Do it again.
Paranga Cutrimicuaro.
Yes, sir.
So there, what is it? El volcán de Paranga? No, el volcán de Parangara Cutri. Okay,
Yeah.
el volcán de Parangara Cutrimícuaro se está desemparangara-cutrimicuareando.
There
El que
it
lo
is.
desemparangara-cutrimicuarea será un gran parang parclu. I can't even fucking do it.
Let me translate that. She sells seashells by the seashore. If she
Peter
sells
Piper
seashells,
picked up pepper.
How much wood would a woodchuck chuck if
Oh, man. It's all right. So go out and support the Wart Wrangler.
Yes.
Big
Yeah.
ups, Antonio Sanchez. We're all going to do our best to be our best for you, bro.
He does a lot, man. And honestly, this is one of those circumstances where the community has to, well, the community, the craft beer industry is showing that they're about what they say that they're always about, which is like when somebody's in need, and in this case, it's a personal thing, right? Like they're showing up for him, dude. So I love
donating
it.
a keg,
I love
bro.
seeing it.
We're donating a keg, doing our part. Look at
Fuck
us,
yeah.
bro. We're doing what we can. Go visit BJ today. He's donating all his tips to the cause.
That's right.
Just playing for out of nowhere.
All $8.
One more Yahweh. What we got?
We do have another Yahweh, and this one is like the Yahist of the ways. All right. By the way, happy birthday, Cinco de Mayo, Stevo de Mayo. This lady clearly will not be celebrating, and definitely not invited.
I don't
to
know.
Any
She
of our
looked like she was
celebrations.
celebrating, fool.
What is it?
Oh, we got to unmute this. Run it back.
They said that Trump supporters cannot celebrate Cinco de Mayo. The frick if they can.
I hate that sombrero. So
Oh my God.
Adios, amigos.
First off,
Oh my god.
first off,
What is going
the
on?
only people that truly celebrate Cinco de Mayo are those. Those kinds of people right there, dude.
Cinco de Drinko. Right,
Okay, Cinco de Mayo is my birthday. And that's as Mexican as it gets, bro.
That's a battle of Puebla.
But on a more historic front, it's the Batalla de Puebla, dude, where we took it to the Frenchies and we ultimately took back, Puebla. Big ups, Puebla. Side note, New York, the highest demographic of Mexicans that live in New York is people from Puebla, dog. Real talk. I met a dude that was making his drinks there at the fucking Humberto's Clams.
Best spot in New York.
Best part in here. Not really, but it's more fucking nostalgic than anything else. To say, "Ups, ¿qué rollo, compa?
He just likes to say clam house.
¿Y usted de dónde es? Soy de Puebla. Y le dije, because from the last time we've been there to where we are to now, I feel like the number of taco trucks and just Mexican restaurants that are in New York have increased. And I asked him, what's up, dog? And he's like, un chorro de personas de Puebla vive aquí, yeah, bro. And I was like, really?
Hey man, you won that battle. You think you can
All of a
can
sudden,
do, yeah, you can do
Fuck,
anything.
we beat the French.
Hey, bro,
I'm
let's
coming
go.
up here. Who next? Who
Let's
next,
go to the land of
bro?
opportunity.
Circling back to this young lady, though, bro.
That was look. The cringiest part of that video was when she said,
The freak. Learn how to cuss, lady.
Let's go all in if you're gonna do.
I don't know. From the whole
hey.
outfit, dude, the sombrero, the sarape, the fucking shoe booties, the fucking
booties.
all of it, the fucking mission tortilla. It's just a
Defend your
lot
people,
to
dude.
process.
What's going on?
bodyguard
There is
that
no
she had in the
defense. That
back?
is not my people.
dude.
That's some fucking Fox News shit. I don't
Hey,
know.
how bad
Hey,
is
is
it
that
right now?
cultural appropriation,
That's cultural mock-ation, bro.
Yeah, that's-
they're just clowning, bro.
dude?
They're clowning.
That I mean,
Does
look,
that bother you?
that video?
Yeah.
It doesn't bother me because I think, in all honesty, that was so fucking bad.
Yeah.
It was so just fucking horrible that it's kind of like you can't even take it seriously.
Yeah.
It's just like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's so dumb that I think she might have mental issues.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like, I don't want to fuck with her too bad because this motherfucker might just be a tú sabes what. So I'm like,
I'm almost positive
yeah.
that there's something really wrong. But like, I don't know. I can't imagine myself respecting her to the point where her doing that and go like, wow.
Yeah.
I now I'm offended.
I feel like I should be offended, but I'm like, fool, par for the course.
I mean, it was pretty bad.
It's become par for the course more than ever now. So I'm like, Jesus will take care of you.
I think I always look at things like that, and when I know viscerally that she did more disservice to herself than anything that she was trying to fucking
Oh
prove.
yeah, I bet she's getting some
Yeah.
crazy
She doesn't
backlash
disappear.
on the fucking internet right now. Her inbox is probably just a fucking
Dog,
magma.
these things
fucking
don't
field.
disappear. I don't think if people realize.
Yeah.
My favorite videos, like on Instagram or TikTok, are when some of these peeps go out and go yell at whoever's working at a Jersey Mike's for not making their sandwich the right way.
Yeah.
And they go on a fucking tirade and they start saying racial slurs and they start just being fucking hella demeaning and like dehumanizing the person who works there. And it's like, yo, like somebody's filming you, bro.
Yep.
You're gonna get fired.
And they think like,
Somebody's
oh, when they
gonna
film it
dog you.
themselves, that's even better. They got the
Yeah.
phone in someone's face and they're just
Yeah.
like fucking
Like,
yelling
I'll
at them.
show
And they're like,
you.
the internet's gonna be on my side. And then the
Yeah.
comments are like, you're fucking stupid.
Yeah, dude. I don't know, man. Like being a parent, I feel like that's the one thing I have to wholeheartedly focus on and tell these kids is like, bro, you guys are constantly gonna be under surveillance, regardless of where you think you are.
Yeah.
There's always gonna be eyes on you. There's always gonna be cameras on you. So you guys got to do your best to be your best always. And
It's a weird world, though, you know?
yeah, and the part of the role of being a parent is just, make sure you teach these kids to be fucking little gentlemen or just respectful. Just respect people. Do unto others as you would wish to have done unto you, bro.
I mean, that does have a fucking weird outcome, though, too, right? Where you're basically patrolling yourself because you you fear
Yeah.
that you're going to be blasted. And so it changes the way that you walk through life.
Yeah.
It really does. Now, in this particular case, not so much, right? Like it should change how you walk through life. But
How many shots of tequila did she take in a Dixie cup prior to making this video, bro? You know this motherfucker had a garrafon of plastic tequila, bro, just sipping it out of them Dixie cups. Dixie cups, guys, would be the most racist name for a cup, too, by the way. Go ahead.
bro,
No argument here.
The worst part is that she feels like justified.
Oh,
Probably.
she thinks she killed it.
No,
Yeah.
Just like,
yeah.
oh yeah, I'm gonna get.
She
on
was
this
liking
one.
the sombrero dance and fucking the cherry on top.
the
bro.
MAGA sombrero.
Fuck, dude.
That was a shitty taco too. It looked like a shitty taco.
Who
It
makes
looked like
that?
a cold tortilla.
Hold on.
Cold tortilla.
Hold on. Because I have a soft spot for fucking Supreme tacos from Taco Bell, bro. Taco Supreme.
Well, those are delicious.
That's what I'm saying. And it looked like that kind of tortilla, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Crunchy tacos all the way from Taco Bell.
Never that.
It's gotta
No,
be,
I got
gotta be.
yeah. I couldn't. I can't.
It's like a little doughy.
A little
it's
gooey,
cold,
dude.
Yeah.
It's a little cold.
It's gonna live in your colon for years.
Dude, there's other things that live in your colon, bro.
Dude,
I thought we were gonna talk about the hamster. I miss him.
Damn, I don't want to hear that though. I don't want to hear or imagine that was a delicious taco. Not
What
with
if it
that.
was, dude,
Not with.
bro?
God
Nah, that
damn
was
it.
probably
With
like a
some hot
cold
sauce on it.
chicken
The
taco.
Hot sauce, bro.
Shredded cheese,
Yes. And
like shredded fucking
Yeah. Sargento.
hey, let's go.
diced
Let's go to
tomatoes. I'm out, man.
Oh man.
Hey, look, all I'm saying is that there's a part of me that doesn't like that video was made or that exists, but kind of outing yourself like that is kind of like, I hope the internet shuts her down, right?
Yeah,
like
whatever she does.
or her down, and hopefully, like all things considered, hopefully she realizes that was the stupidest thing that she's probably ever done and will ever do in her life, and she comes to God or whatever. But the fact
They
that
always do, bro.
The fact that the internet has made it so available to the rest of the world that your shit like that is going to be put up for everybody to see, and then somewhere across the fucking counter, I don't know where that was shot. You're going to be
That gave like Ohio vibes.
yeah. Well, you're going to be talked about on a podcast somewhere, and not in a good way. Yeah, that's good. That's good that bad ideas also percolate like that. You know what I mean? So that we can not do that. Even if
people
it's
are going to show their real
fear-based.
colors, whether they like it or not. They're going to come out. So.
Well, the problem is there's going to be people that support that no matter what.
Oh, hell
like
yeah,
they're
bro.
like,
Well, yeah, and like in the little
wearing a
bubble that she
MAGA
lives in,
hat.
like that's
Yeah.
probably like, you know, if you're in that bubble, like you're gonna think, oh, I'm fucking killing it, but then you forget that your bubble is exposed to the entire world. Where like,
Okay, let's put the shoe
Maybe
on
you're
the other
wrong.
foot.
uh-oh.
What do we do as Mexicans that is kind of like thumbing our nose at the white culture?
I don't know if it's thumbing no, like the
Or being
the closest
disrespectful.
thing that I can think of, and it's more of a nationalism than it is a cultural thing, is like when we celebrate, 4th of July and stuff like that. But I don't think that's even in the same vein. But you would say, oh, well, these guys are getting super hyper patriotic, which I think we have the right to do because we're in this country. But it's always out of respect and out of appreciation.
Have we ever done it out of disrespect?
I don't think so.
No, I'm trying to remember.
I mean, personally, I've never done that.
yeah, right. There's video.
Oh, yeah?
I just ordered a pair of America shorts.
Fuck yeah.
plenty of Americans disrespect. So did you know you're actually not supposed to wear the flag? That's a super disrespectful sign for
Oh,
the
then
American
there you
flag.
go. That's
It's like
one of
letting the
them.
flag touch the floor. Like all these
Steven.
stupid idiots wearing their fucking American cowboy boots and their fucking American cowboy hat. Like they think I love America, but you don't even know the rules. Like you're not supposed to fucking do that shit.
like what VJ
Hey, but here's a question.
You want to be a real American, a real patriot? You get yourself a wiener schnitzel.
Party till the wieners come out, bro.
But what about the military garb that has the flag on it?
That's different. That's a flag like patch. That's a flag on, but like an entire garb made of flag. Like you're not supposed to wear the flag. As
Oh,
a
I see.
cape.
I see what
That's
you're saying.
fucking.
I see what you're saying.
disrespectful.
I see what you're saying.
So what do we do? Nothing. Fuck it.
Have fireworks. Fucking.
Should I cancel these shorts? These are pretty sick ass shorts, bro.
I say you wear them.
They're fucking 5-inch.
We're gonna
seam,
see them on the
inseam.
show. I
say
know
you
we
wear
are.
them.
Yeah.
Because I don't think that's. Have you seen that video where?
They are of guidelines and
Have you ever seen that video of the dude? He's a white dude that's wearing a sombrero and a sarape, and he's going around and he
Yeah.
asks all these white people if it's.
Oh, he does that with
inappropriate or
all of
something.
the cultures.
Yeah. And I just saw the one about Mexicans, and everyone's like, yeah. All the white people are like, yeah. Oh my god. And then he goes all to the real Mexicans. They're like, oh no, that's pretty good.
That's funny.
Because we felt it's like, oh, you're celebrating our culture. Do your thing.
That wasn't celebrating it. That's not what I'm trying to get at.
Was
but-
not celebrating the culture because
No,
she
no,
came
that's
out
trying
with
to
that
flip it on its
anger,
head.
dude.
Yeah,
It was like,
that was.
For those of you saying that we're not allowed to celebrate Cinco de Mayo,
my lady, do what you got to do.
Can we say this though, in the same vein, that lady aside, that if you are a Trump supporter, that is a real thing that you have to contend with. Like for a lot of people that are so anti-Trump, if they see anybody that is in favor of Trump, you automatically put them in this hole where you go like, oh, well then you don't like Mexicans.
Yeah, well, good luck trying to fucking convey those messages.
Yeah. Or not like that. Not with people like that
fucking
running
fall
around with
deaf
your
ears.
Apparently, the
clothes on.
MAGA camp is splitting too. There's like the Trump MAGA and the just no Trump MAGA. Where like the fucking.
What's the difference then?
I guess like the Trump MAGA people see Trump as like some fucking deity, like he can do no wrong, and then the other people are like, well, no, I like the idea of make America great again, but I don't think he's gonna be the guy to do it because he's kind of an idiot.
You know what? And let's break that shit down. Dude.
Uh-oh.
We're not MAGA. I'm not.
You don't want to see. You don't want to make America
make
great?
America great again. Before you fucking tarnished it with like
it got
everything
hijacked, for
with
sure.
it got hijacked. I feel like that's the perfect way to put it. Like making anything great again is a positive message, bro.
Right, yeah.
You know, like, but it just so happens that
But what greatness
Tools.
means to certain people and to other groups is debatable. You know, like what their idea of a great America looks like.
Oh,
that's
yeah, for
compared
sure.
to what
Yeah,
a
but
great
that's
America
always
be
gonna
like.
be
You
the
know,
case.
yeah.
You know,
Oh,
it's kind of like
BJ.
remember I don't know, but there was always like a couple of like super punk rockers, anti-grain kind of guys that would wear a swastika, and then if you call them out
Sid
on
Vicious.
it, they'd be like, "Well, do you even know where it came from and stuff?" And you go like, "Yeah, dude, I get
Oh, you're a
what
big
trying to
Buddhist?
convey."
Yeah, but you
But
understand what it
that's
means
not really what
now,
it means
bro.
anymore,
Yeah.
dude. You know, like I get that.
Well, it's tilted
kind
this
of-
way, not that way.
Yeah. It's kind of one of those things where it's done. Sometimes you just gotta leave it alone.
let it go.
Leave it alone.
Make something new.
Yeah. That chick though is, I honestly I'm not offended because I think it's so stupid, it's silly.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? To the point where like,
Would you ever have been offended? Have you ever been offended as it relates to race or cultural shit being said to you or around you?
you know what's funny? In a weird way, if it was ever said to me,
Uh-huh.
I'm not offended. But if it was ever said to like my dad,
Yeah.
I would get super
Right?
pissed. dude.
Right?
Like
yeah.
seeing red. But the same thing
Yeah.
said to me, whatever, fuck you.
If you say it to me, I'm more inclined to laugh and giggle.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you dumb motherfucker.
How would your dads react? Do they react like you would?
dude,
Like,
no,
whatever, big deal. Or did they get fucking mad
dude,
too?
My dad would always be the voice of reason. Like, even if it was said to him and I got mad peripherally, he'd be like, "Hey, cálmate.
Tranquilo, mijo.
Hey,
Hey, no pasa nada, no
don't-
pasa
don't
nada."
even hurt."
Yeah, because you react like that, they win.
Well, I mean, also he's fucking. You know, he was an immigrant from Zacatecas. He's been through so much shit that probably is fucking water off a duck's back. And for me, I'm just like, I'm more like, don't talk shit about my dad.
This duck feather hasn't had water on it yet. His dad's feathers probably.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, I mean, if you
our
compare
parents'
stories-
feathers have been fucking tarnished over time. We live very privileged lives as Mexicans here in America. We're Mexican America. We're first generation.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Our parents weren't. They dealt with the brunt of all of the bullshit.
Yeah.
I remember being at Plaza Bonita parking lot one time with my grandma and my fucking tia, and some lady or somebody came back. You motherfucker need to speak English. And that bothered me. Even I was like 7 years old, and I was like, "Why, bitch?
Yeah,
Why we gotta be fucking speak English? Like, what I eat don't make you shit. Like, you don't gotta worry about that shit.
Wait, say that
Like,
again?
What I eat don't make me shit. Wait, does it? If I
What
eat,
I eat,
what
wait,
you eat
what
don't
they
make me
eat
shit.
don't make me shit.
Yeah. And that time I remember since I was little kind of bothered me like a lot, but whatever. And then when I older, maybe like less than 8 years ago at the brewery, some dude was like, "Oh, it's fucking, I love this brewery. Too bad it's owned by Mexicans." And shit. I was like, oh, but then again, I was like,
Yeah.
you dumb motherfucker.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
who the fuck are
yeah,
you?
yeah.
You're just, you know. So,
Honestly, though, I think a lot of it has to do with our love for comedy. And in comedy, there's a lot of racial lines that get fucking transversed just
did
because.
you say trans?
Versed.
Oh, better than okay.
And then
Comedy.
Trans comedy.
well, but you know what I'm saying, right? Like where the point of the joke is to make you uncomfortable.
Sir.
And so like it kind of numbed me. Like I'm like, oh, okay. If I just laugh at it, even the sentence itself, the joke itself could actually be something really, really offensive, but you kind of get the context. And so you're like, oh, I see what he's trying to do. He's trying to diffuse that whole thing. And so I started kind of seeing it the same way, where if somebody says something very offensive or very racist, I'm just like, okay, this is not serious.
Dude, I
It
feel
can't
like
be.
comedy shows are that last space where you can truly, because we were talking about, you know, our kids are always gonna have to fucking live a certain way and they can't fucking react or do this. I feel like a comedy show is one of those few rare spaces where you can wild out and be however the fuck you want.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
the comedian knows the job. He's like, I'm gonna be outlandish. These people are here because they know I am outlandish, so I'm gonna say outlandish shit.
Right.
So when I hear shit in real life, like out and about, I always, like you said, I process it through those ears. That's how I process shit. I'm like, is this motherfucker just trying to be funny, or is he
yeah.
truthfully being a racist piece of shit?
And,
you know what I
and-
mean?
Yeah, and then it helps you pay
There's a
attention.
difference.
Well, it helps you pay attention to context. Right? Like that one Bill Burr joke that he had, and I'm paraphrasing it, but he goes like, he's at the restaurant with his girlfriend, and she goes like, hey, I don't want to be racist, but there's a lot of Asians in this restaurant. And then he goes, there is a lot of Asians in this restaurant. That is not racist. And the point is like, it's not, you got to look at the context to everything, right? And it's contextual. So if I see somebody in sombrero and a fucking sarape, and they're really, in their mind, really trying to celebrate the culture or whatever, there's a guy next door that's going to be super offended by that. And then there's me that goes, you know what? That's kind of cool that he likes the culture enough to want to emulate it today or whatever. And then there's a higher level of me that goes, even if he was making fun of it, who gives
a shit?
fuck?
I don't want people also to feel offended for me. It's like, doesn't that bother you? I was like,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck, bro.
I think that's the-
You know,
I
like,
think that's
like, don't
it.
fucking try to step into the role and make me like, oh, I'm doing it for my friend. I feel offended for him. Like, I don't give a fuck. First off, dude, if somebody's gonna be racist and be ignorant and whatever, I'm like, again, that doesn't bother me because you're not, unless you're telling me directly,
Yeah.
or you're telling my kids or telling my family, then I'll probably react.
Yeah.
But in passing, like when they said that at the fucking taste room, I didn't give a fuck because they had already paid their bill. I was like, all right, piece of shit, it doesn't matter, but you know.
But you know that
you
deep
supported
down-
you supported a Mexican business today. Big ups on you.
And you know deep down that that's a fucking flex. That you are a Mexican entrepreneur making it in the land of opportunity as our ancestors saw this place as. And you go, hey, you know what? Say what you want. The fact that you're even saying the sentence that it's owned by a Mexican is awesome because that means you're doing something right.
Did you ever have that chip on your shoulder? Like of being the Mexican?
Never. I grew up in Calexico,
Yeah,
dude.
right?
No, I was the white guy in my town, you know?
If the red guy. If you think if we were raised somewhere else, we would have that chip on our shoulder? Because it's easy to fucking be Mexican here. There's no easier place to be a Mexican in the United States than in a border city.
Yeah.
Because the majority of people who live here look like us, bro. So, I mean, we kind of have the cheat code, but let's just remove ourselves from here and throw us into fucking, I don't know.
Go to Santa Barbara.
Yeah. A little further north. You know?
There's not a lot of Mexicans in Santa Barbara.
Menifee, bro.
Menifee.
You know, fucking.
I feel like there's a lot of Mexicans.
Actually,
in
that's where a
Menifee.
lot of Fernando's family lives.
Yeah,
Okay,
Menifee's full of Mexicans.
What's
yeah.
that place? Fallbrook.
Oh,
Oh, now we're getting real, huh? You know, like we throw ourselves into that. Like, are we still?
All right.
Do I have that fucking? Do I bring a chip on my shoulder at that point?
I think we got to get rid of the chip on shoulder.
Yeah.
Just get rid of it altogether.
I've always been accused of having a chip on my shoulder.
Well,
I'm just a dickhead.
why?
I mean, if you go up there with a chip on your shoulder and you go out there looking for a fight, you're gonna embolden them and like strengthen their already preconceived notions of like Mexicans are bad, Mexicans are this, Mexicans are that. But if you go up there and they talk their shit, but you're still cool and like you turn them around, you bring them around, be like, hey, look, this guy's actually pretty fucking cool. Like this guy's cool. Maybe all the rest of the Mexican people are cool. I don't know. There's that dude. What the fuck was his name? He was a black jazz player, and he would play like a lot of fucking like rural, like middle America cities, and encountered a lot of racism. And instead of like running from it or shying from it, like he would go to these fucking Klan members and like talk to them, like, I'm gonna sit at your fucking table and you're gonna talk to me and you're gonna tell me what's wrong with me. What?
Are you talking
And
about
he-
Daryl Davis?
that guy, and he turned them around. He like, and a lot of them like send them like their gear and shit. Like they turn around and they stop being racist because like he just showed them like, hey, you had this idea, but you never actually met me. So
He converted a Grand Dragon or whatever they
Isn't that
call it.
crazy?
yeah.
Yeah. he
Imagine the
converted him.
power that you have to convert a fucking grand wizard, grand dragon,
Yeah.
into no longer.
But now
living
imagine if
that
he took
life.
it the other way and he was on stage and somebody said something bad and he grabbed the mic and was like, let me tell you about this racist piece of shit.
yeah,
like, he's not gonna turn anybody around that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird thing to kind of like be able to maintain your composure when all you're seeing is through your eyes is hate, right? Like, so I don't know, man. That's a that's a spiritual level that I hope that I have if I ever
Hella religious. Look
well,
at you,
dude,
bro.
if I ever had to encounter that, and I could almost, I mean, who knows, right? But I don't think I'm ever going to encounter
I don't
that
think we are,
in
dude.
my life.
Yeah.
I don't think my children are going to
Yeah.
encounter that in their lives.
Yeah.
So the
Again,
fact that these
we're
people
privileged.
exist in
Yeah.
history is fucking phenomenal.
Not in our lifetime, brother. Cheers to you.
Wet.
Hey, welcome. Welcome to Emo Brown. That's your bio.
Is that my,
That's
is
your
that my
bio.
jump in episode?
Well, yeah, we talked about brotherhoods. Damn. Talked about racism. We talked what else?
Great par for the course.
Yeah, fucking brotherhood, racism.
Here's a question. For you. Why
Yahweh's.
are we always talking about? It always gets into political and racist shit here on this. podcast.
When's the last time we talked about race? I don't remember.
I think we did, right? Like, maybe not. I don't know.
Wrong podcast.
I think we're all,
bro.
no. I think we're always just trying to make fun of each other for going there.
My goal here is always to kind of lead you into deep waters and kind of leave you there and see how you react. But you don't fall for it, dude. You don't
He knows
fall
your
for it.
tricks.
Yeah.
For what?
Yeah.
I know your ways,
Yeah,
Steven
like, I
Garcia.
like to like, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, so wait a second. You don't like being Mexican?
Smell.
All right. I feel the end is near. Before we go, though, I want to wrap things up with a couple of announcements. We've got some stuff to talk about. We have events going on at the brewery. The first one I'd like to tell you guys about.
Your shift at.
Oh, this is fuck. I got the wrong image again. No, not my shift. We can talk about my shift. I'd like you guys to come out Monday night tonight. We're gonna be partying at 3 Punk Ales. I'll be there the entire shift, 4 to whenever we close. I gotta go to fucking 3 Punk Ales here for this one.
freaking guy.
Sorry, I have the wrong image. You guys should
leave
send me
him
the right
alone.
images. This one. Boom. Tell them about this one.
Saved by the Bell, man.
When I
Everybody
wake
hit
up
me
in
up
the-
and said we did a Sopranos night. Let's make it a little bit more radical, a little bit more gnarly. So we did. May 22nd, next Thursday, 3 Punk Ales will be hosting Saved by the Bell by Sunset Trivia. Cruise it, bring your most radical clothes, bring some Bayside attire. Or if you're from Valley, do that, dude. It'll be fun, right?
Valley?
Yeah. Okay, gotcha.
I'll
We'll have
take. Who is Lisa Turtle for 200?
Lisa
please?
Turtle,
Thank
bro.
you.
Cruise it. It'll be fun. We'll have giveaways, drink specials, todo el pelo. Come in your best late 80s, early 90s attire for Saved by
It's
the
back.
Bell, bro.
90s are back.
Yeah.
All right, we got another one. This is an art event happening here at the warehouse. We got Dear Mama Mother's Day Vinyl Paint Afternoon on May 18th from 1 to 4 p.m. You got to RSVP. Make sure you check out that link, and you can go to the Emo Brown Arts Department Instagram for more details. That's what I got on that one.
All right. Well,
That's all I got.
Just in
Don't
case you
forget,
forgot to get your mom a gift.
The
there's
nerds
still
are
time.
reuniting here at HQ on Friday, bro.
Yes, that one.
The
Charizard?
nerds, what is it? That's a fucking player, huh? Charizard?
Charizard is a
Charizard,
Pokemon.
no D.
The Charizards are here. There will be a gaggle of Charizards hanging out. Last time we hosted this event, I was
Killer.
pleasantly surprised.
it
and
looked like a
definitely
success.
taken aback by what the nerds bring to the table, bro. Apparently, they bring high value fucking cards and bags full of money to try to buy other people's cards. I was like, well,
Bags
holy
full of
shit,
money.
dude. Yeah, dude, I saw somebody just drop money on a card. I was like, that's sick. Cruise out. I'll be here on Friday, kind of hosting, observing, overwatching, and it'll be fun.
You
man.
should do like an antiques roadshow kind of thing where whoever has the dopest, like a few guys that have the dopest cards, you sit them down, you have them talk about the card,
Tell
why
me
it's
about,
valuable.
tell me about this card.
Yeah. Oh, so where'd you get that? And then a whole story about it. Why? Why what is it? HP? I looked at you like if you should know this.
Hit points.
The hit points, is that HP?
HP.
All right. So
Life.
what's up? I should come to this thing.
HP is life.
We'll be here on Friday if you want to cruise through.
Blastoise. I'm only in the market for a Blastoise holographic.
It's a good one.
My kid got a card this weekend, and I'm gonna assume all of the holographic cards, those are the expensive ones, right?
Could be.
Yeah. Well,
Okay.
they can be, yes.
There was one and it had like 360 point things on the top.
That doesn't mean shit. What you're looking
No?
for is on the bottom of the card.
Okay.
In the corner, there's usually an indicator. So there's like shapes. You'll see a black circle, a square, a star, a diamond, whatever. Or you'll see like colored stars, like gold stars, rainbow stars. Those ones are the more rare. That's how they differentiate the rarity of the cards. There's also like defects. Like if you find a card that has a misspelling or something.
yeah.
Or some of them like the image, there's a square image with the Pokemon inside it. The original cards didn't have a shadow, so they look for the ones that don't have a shadow more. Like the newer ones will have like a little shadow around the ridge. I looked it up because I got a Pokemon card, but I'm not going to be here. I'm not going to be here at the fucking event. I'm so pissed. I got a Pokemon card. I don't even have to come trade it.
Give
So
me your Pokemon
we
card.
got to do a
What
third
is it
one. Yeah,
worth?
I'm going to give
What
you
do
my
think it's
Pokemon
worth?
card.
I know you've done the research.
I didn't do that yet. I'm going to get the TCG app. I'm
I
gonna
have
scan
that
that shit.
And I started scanning their cards.
Oh,
My
boy.
kid has like a $25 card. He's got like a $40 card. He's got a bunch of like $5 cards.
And the way you could do it, this is the real gambler in me.
Shit.
You get that card, you find out it's worth $25, whatever,
yeah.
right? You take that card, $25 doesn't seem that much, but you trade it, you get your 25, then you buy more packs, and then you open those packs, and maybe you got a $300 card, and then it's an insurmountable mountain of fucking gambling.
Pokemon parlays, I believe is what it's called in the street. The Pokemon parlay.
That'd be a good
That'll
event.
be on Friday. We'll be here interviewing nerds, having a good time. Cruise on out. Anything else?
Don't forget, also on May 18th, live music at 3 Punk Ales, baby. BJ Disbarrow will be there.
Damn, you did it on the same day as the art event?
I didn't know. And I would like to throw this out there. I was going to do it off the air, but fuck it. Why not? We're honest people. If the Sunday after is available, I would like to not be in competition with our friends and family of the Emo Brown art department. So if there's a way to like move the gig to that day or whatever.
Wait, you want to move the gig you just promoted?
Yeah, maybe.
That's crazy work.
Welcome to my world.
Fucking crazy
You
work.
should see my calendar.
We'll do what we can for you, BJ.
Otherwise, fuck it.
You're
Do
the
both.
greatest, man. When
Be great.
is the Emo Brown Loteria card night? I know that's coming up, dude. It's like May 26th.
Hey,
or so. There it is. May 24th, bro.
Oh.
The Emo Brown Art Department presents 54 artists, live games, 12 to 4. It's going to be the Loteria group show. What I've seen and what I know about this event is that Chiclet chose an artist to represent and depict each character from the culturally phenomenon, which is Loteria, bro.
It's my favorite scratcher card.
I'm excited to see what
I
kind
like
of
that game. I like that game.
It's a great game.
It's a good game.
Such a good game that Chicla and I have been working on strictly Emo Brown theme Loteria figures, cards, and we're gonna
make it a
create-
whole card.
Give us
out
a
of it.
hint. Give us
Yeah.
a tease.
game.
We're
What
gonna
do we got?
go ahead. We have La Buchona. Okay.
We learned about
have-
that.
Yeah. We have El Primo. We have like La Cerveceria. We have like El Plomero, paying an homage to the social club member El Plomero. Shit like that.
Okay.
El Chavo Ruco. One is an actual Emo Brown. So it's like we want to create these card sets and eventually host a monthly game at the brewery or at the Elwood or wherever anyone will have us. And we take this show on the road. And obviously we create the sets. We sell the sets at the venues that we're doing it. I'll be there to MC. Chica will be there as well. So will this Cabezon and now you, because you're in it. So tell wifey the bandwidth's about to get thinner.
You thought it was just Mondays, didn't you?
I'm only allowed to
lifestyle.
do shit on Mondays, dude.
Yeah, me
I'm
too.
not, I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm only allowed to do shits on Mondays here as it relates to like podcasting. If I do anything else outside of that Monday, like little fucking
Not allowed to do anything.
I'm
I
on
just
his
break the
schedule,
rules.
dude. I'm on your guys' schedule then. And with that said,
yeah, I can only do Mondays unless I'm doing something here like on Friday where no one else is available and I have to like host some nerds.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here for that.
hey,
B,
see?
these nuts.
Happy birthday, Steve.
Hey.
I got you a present, by the way. I know you thought that the present was me recording an episode while you were gone and
Yeah.
taking that little bit of burden off your shoulders.
Thank you.
But I got you something.
What is it?
It's a keychain, so when you lose your wife's keys next time, you can put this on there. Oh, it's not
Oh,
gonna
hey,
fucking
hey,
focus.
hey, hey.
Get the
Move
fuck
back
out.
a little bit.
There you
Move
go.
back.
Oh.
There.
it's a Bucana!
Hey.
How long have you been holding on to this, fool?
Since we went to TJ.
When's the last time we went to TJ?
When I got those chips for the brewery.
Is there real Bucanas in there?
You should put some in there.
Oh, no, you don't do that.
That's a real bucanitas. It's
Why not?
tiny.
You know what?
quick
Let's go to
little
the
hit,
Elwood to take a shot of
Underbird.
Bucanas and have an old fashioned because
we
I
go.
got a baseball game to go to.
Okay.
We'll catch you later.